unless I'm taking pictures with like the fam, then it's other shit.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's organic, right?
That's
like,
everyday shit.
Yeah. You feel
I'm already knowing.
Yeah, I feel it.
I got you.
We rolling? We going there? We rolling?
Yeah.
We rolling? Push play on that shit. Push now.
Yep.
Oh, we been rolling this whole time?
This whole time, I think so.
Yeah, bro.
All right,
now talking about organic right there.
We're talking about organic. I actually wanted to kick it off real good, man. So thank you for coming on again.
I appreciate it, Doc.
Right?
Yeah,
because I didn't know, bro. I
yeah.
fucking didn't know that it was somewhat the 1 year anniversary.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Doc. Yeah, so how does it feel to be now doing this for about a year? Like, how do y'all feel like about, you know, even from where you started to where you at now, and kind of like want to look back and like, oh, like let's do something different, or like what, or let's just keep doing what works. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Me personally, I can't really speak for Wang, but me personally, I feel like we've come not far. I mean, it's just my conversation skills probably got a little bit better, but I still see my flaws. And watching the videos, I can't stand that shit. You know what I mean? I can't stand all that shit. But as far as doing what we're doing, I mean, I still love what we're doing. You know what I mean? I like just having you on. I mean, when was the last time we talked? We haven't talked in a cool minute.
Been months, yeah.
And then when you come in, but it's still cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just getting different people's point of views and shit. And then especially now, like, with this whole coronavirus shit going around, it's been out for 3 months. So I don't even know how it feels to be on camera and shit.
Again, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Brand
like
new
a virgin.
Yeah.
Getting recorded for the first time.
Nah, I feel it, dog.
I mean, so far so good and shit. I mean, people are showing love and shit. I get people still, you know.
What kind of feedback or critiques have you guys had?
Critiques, bro? It's usually your topics are too random.
Yeah,
that's usually
all over the place.
Yeah, it's all over. You're too all over the place.
I kind of fuck with that though.
Yeah, that's what I like, because I like to just talk shit, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because if I'm over here talking about fucking
a certain topic,
we're gonna talk about cars today. Like,
you know what I mean?
You know, I don't know.
Like
about cars.
No one wants to hear one or two things for an hour and a half, 2 hours. You know,
like, you know, I get bored about that shit.
Not only that, like I feel like the cool thing about you guys' show is like you guys get to know like who your guest is, like not necessarily what I think, what I do, or what my profession is, or what my artiste is. It's like you guys just get to know me, and like it's like how we kind of bounce. It's chemistry, do you know?
Yeah, exactly. Because since the beginning, I've always wanted it to be like where it's not an interview. It's not. You know, I don't care how many kids you have and shit. I don't care about like your career, unless your career is fucking the actual interesting part.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know, like, you know what I mean? Do you believe in aliens, man? Do you think about, you know, how you think about psychedelics and shit? Like, what do you think about the movements?
Not everybody's ready for that.
But a lot of people are not ready for that, so the people tune out. Even religion, like, people tune out as soon as you talk about or politics and shit, which it's understandable and shit, because people get, especially now.
Yeah,
bro.
you guys don't have to tell me who it was, but have you guys had an episode where you're like, this is like where it just felt dry? Yeah, you know?
Yeah, but then I blame myself too, because I don't know, it might be just me too, because I'm fucking
going off or whatever.
Yeah, you know, or cut someone off and shit, like something like that. You think anything?
Yeah, I think about a person.
Yeah. Okay.
Say his name. No.
No, I think I was on it once. I feel like my fucking. I don't know why I like being back here, bro.
Behind the curtain. Yeah. No, I'm already knowing. So what kind of I mean, everything's changed, dog, since the whole like. I mean, people say, oh, this is just, you know, how it is now. You know, in a year we're gonna be looking back and be like, damn, that was crazy, and that's it. You know what I mean? But how do you feel about the virus that, you know, start everything up?
Dude, right? I don't know. Dude,
it
fucked my shit up completely. Everybody's annoyed about it, right? So no one wanted to come on, understandably and shit. Me personally, dude, I don't know what to believe anymore, dude. Like, you get so much counter arguments with shit. Like, you get official people saying, "Oh, you know, it spent 3 months talking about WHO and CDC spent 3 months talking about how dangerous this fucking thing is."
Right.
And then when everything wanted to open up, they spent like 2 weeks talking about how non-dangerous it was. Right, during the whole protest, during the protest, they're saying, "Oh, it's not that dangerous, not that dangerous." And then now the protest kind of died down. They're kind of like, "Oh, it's dangerous as fuck. There's a new strain coming out. There's more fucking stay the fuck home." You don't know, like, it's just too complicated, bro.
Do you feel like, I don't know, like I feel like I put my conspiracy theorists out on too, like a bunch. But it's conspiracy hour.
Conspiracy hour.
102.5, the conspiracy hour. So
or is it?
You play the X-Files music. Does it almost feels like, bro, like none of this shit. Like I'm believing more and more like nothing's a coincidence. You know what I mean, dog? Like, because at first we're like Italy was fucked. Italy and China, they were, shit was going crazy. You know what I mean? But now, like what the U.S. is the leading
cause of it.
Yeah, the leading spread. Yeah. We have the highest numbers.
Yeah, they're blocking us.
America. Yeah.
This is before 4th of July. Freedom Day.
Yeah, I'll toast to that.
No, toast to that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Salud.
Yeah.
But I agree, dude. I think. Well, I've always been a part of my conspiracy side would be everything's orchestrated. If it's not orchestrated, everything like you never let a disaster go to waste, right? So the real things actually do happen. I do believe there's a virus out there and this and that, right? But the people in charge or whatever, they take the advantage of the situation to implement different shit, different rules, regulations. I think this is one big ass social experiment. How much can you like a world?
We're the rats in the lab right now.
Yeah, and the people in control, they're fucking.
They're sitting back and watching.
Bro.
Yeah.
They're the ones sitting us in the maze and shit, feeding us the cheese. I mean, how orchestrated can it be? Like, you get the virus. Okay, let's try to see what happens with people. And I'm not saying like even with the whole cop shooting thing. Even I kind of think that's kind of somewhat orchestrated. And I know you posted something the other day about like,
what I thought about it.
Yeah, about your take on it. And about being selective. It's selective outrage, right? And I'm a firm believer about that. And I'm with the movement. Fucking,
it's targeted, yeah.
But it's targeted, yeah, exactly. Like you get, it's backed by companies, fucking multi-million corporations and shit. Like,
yeah, and it's funny too, because like big companies that taking like a big ass hit, like Nike, Apple, like movie theaters, restaurants, shit like that. Like after the unfortunate incident that happened to Mr. Floyd, like Black Lives Matter resurged big time, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't always with Black Lives Matter. I only got into Black Lives Matter when it affected someone close to me, who I wouldn't even say close. Like I knew him. We played ball a couple times, in Oakland. It was Oscar Grant. They made a movie about him with what's the kid from
Fruitdale Station, right?
Yeah. What's the kid from Black Panther? Creed. Michael B. Jordan played him. Yeah. I actually like that movie a lot because a lot of the music they played in there was like Bay music. So I'm like, they kept it real organic.
Seen it.
Yeah, it's a dope movie.
I've seen that one movie. Sorry to go off. What's All Day and the Night?
All day and all night.
All night. Yeah, I seen that. That was a fucked up movie.
He's based in Oakland too, right?
Yeah. I didn't see that. With him? Is it with him in it?
It's another cat. I don't know if you watch it on Amazon. It's about the Wu-Tang.
Oh yeah.
He's the one playing RZA, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a dope show, the Wu-Tang one. Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. He's a good actor.
I haven't seen that one.
It's dope. But like what I'm saying is like that's when I started like seeing it. I remember I was a youngster too when that happened. And it was just like fuck, like when you see everything from a distance or on social media or on your phone, it doesn't seem real because it doesn't affect you immediately. You know what I mean? But it did affect me. It's like fuck, like tragedy. You never really feel tragedy until it hits you. Or affects you.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's when I started standing behind it. And before that, I was always involved with like Black community, Black culture, and things like that. Like I've lived in Black neighborhoods for a long time. So I went to some schools that were mostly Black in the East Bay. And I'm a hip hop head, so I was grew up with that sense of culture. Like companies who started backing up the Black Lives Matter movement and started putting ads on TVs, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, all that shit, and like everyone's doing something because of that and they're spinning it into dollars for them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because I heard the whole Black Lives Matter, the hashtag is for like if that brings money to like an organization that is not even technically, you can even
like Democrats, I guess.
Yeah, it's like it's going to like political funding and shit. Like
it's going to like all the politicians.
Yeah, like they somehow they took over that, and now it's getting transferred to something completely different.
I think about it, bro. Like basically, like brown and Black people, bro. Like and I'm not saying I'm not excluding any other races, but like cops kill motherfuckers every day. You know what I mean? It just so happens that the majority of them, it happens to be on camera with colored folks, like brown and Black people. And when that's all you see, that's all you know, that's all you think, and it really felt fucked up. You know what I mean? And like I've done my research. Like George Floyd wasn't always like a solid cat. Like he was used to run with the crew. They broke into this pregnant woman's house. Tied her up, stole her shit, and that's how he got one of his cases. Before and after that, he got a dope case, distributing case. For narcotics. You know what I mean? And he went to jail, turned his life around. You know what I mean? And then this shit happened, and I think the whole thing started because he tried buying some shit with a fake
$20 bill and shit. Yeah, so you lose your life over a $20 bill.
Over that, you know what I mean?
Some bullshit.
And who knows what happened before the camera was rolling, you know?
Yeah, yeah, definitely, right. But I see. Okay, so how do you take? What's your take on like the whole?
There's plenty other ones.
Yeah,
that's what happened. Like
it just
happened. The one that happened in Atlanta. The dude who was at a Wendy's.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that.
So the dude, so that one was he fell asleep at a Wendy's. The cop came Wendy's called the cops to get him out of there. So then cops went, found he was drunk apparently. He was telling, hey, I'm drunk. Can I just walk home? I live down the street. Blah blah. I was fighting with my girl. That's the time where a cop should have discretion, right? That's when the cop should have discretion. But so that's a whole different thing. So, okay, whatever. So they go, take the test. We need to just take a driving test. Oh, why am I going to take it? I'm telling you already. So the only reason why he's telling you to take it is because once you take that breathalyzer, you can officially get arrested, right?
Because they want to beat you in court with it.
Yeah, you just want to take you.
Because once you take it, that's your consent.
Boom, you're done, right? You're officially drunk in public, whatever the fuck. So he doesn't want to get arrested, so he runs off, somehow gets the dude's taser. And then as he's running off, the fool turns around, pops. The taser makes a noise too, pop. So the other dude, the dude's partner fucking shoots at him, kills him.
Oh shit!
Right. So now you kind of get both ways of people saying, well, you should have never took the gun, you should have never done this, and you shouldn't have done that, right? And then it's all this is split second stuff too, as far as the shooting aspect of it.
Yeah.
But I think that's more the training, bro. Like, how the fuck is this dude? How is this dude gonna take a cop's gun? One dude take two, like overpower two dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's training, bro. Like all that shit's. Like, what's your take on this whole like defunding? Like my main reaction about all this dude is like I don't think the cops didn't wake up thinking I want to kill a black dude today. Like you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure.
Oof, fuck. He just. Ooh.
See, so you got hit twice. Oh yeah, see.
They're gonna show it right here. Watch. I feel so fucking bad for him. I seen the whole video on this. And like he was cool. He was drunk, bro, but he was like being funny. And I was like, dude, I feel so fucking bad for him.
And the thing is, bro, is like I get it. Like as a man, especially, you need to learn to not put yourself in situations like that. But it happens all the time. And the thing is, like, because, and like you said, the training and defunding the police, I think.
Yeah, so what's your take on defunding? Like,
I think
I'll give you my spot after, but go.
I think it's the stupidest thing ever. I think because on both sides, I think yes they should and no they shouldn't. When I say yes they should, I mean think about it. Like taking away their money and their resources. Yeah, people can say, well, why does the fucking police department need
a tank or some shit?
Why do they need anti-mobile tanks? Why do they need
I could say because like you don't know what the other person has.
Oh yeah. Like you always going into a potentially violent situation. You always want to be the one with the bigger stick.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
And the thing is like this though. Well, yeah, but you also have manpower. Like firepower, but you also have manpower. You know what I mean? And so it comes like that. And the thing is like fuck the manpower shit. I think the funding should not be. So yes, they should be defunded to the extent of they shouldn't have excess resources as such. Like there's no reason that a precinct that has, houses or contains, with shifts rotating about 100 officers, there's no reason you should have 300 assault rifles. There's no reason, if you have a parking lot that fits, 28, cars, that you need to build another parking lot to have more.
Even more.
It makes no sense. So in that way, yes, I think defund the excess stuff that you do not need, like resources and excess sources that are just kind of like, and especially in certain cities, like you don't need that shit in fucking Kansas. You don't need shit like that.
Or Bakersfield, you got a tank somewhere.
You don't need that.
Yeah, a ramp.
But I think this. I think So cops, and I know a couple. They say, how do you expect us to do our job if you take our money away? Because then you can't pay us, and then you can't pay certain salaries. I'm like, no, they wouldn't defund you to the point where they could not pay you to come and do your job. They would not do that. From what I think, I think
that's what they kind of want.
I think about it, and exactly, and they say, well, how do you expect us to do this with less money and less resources? Well, let's think about it. A lot of people don't know this, so I'm going to kind of break this news here on the podcast. It's not news, but I've been in the special needs field for going on about 10 years.
Oh yeah, I've known of it.
Yeah, you know.
I've known of it.
So I've been working with children who are mentally handicapped, autistic, Asperger's, blind, deaf, the whole nitty. You know what I mean? Yeah. Born with no arms, whatever the fuck, the whole thing. And this all falls in the education bracket, right? Well, how do you expect us to do our jobs if you're going to defund us? Teachers been doing that for 50 years, 50, 60 years. We've been doing that job.
But I could give you the double-edged sword to that. Look how it's turning out, even with the funding. Look at the teachers. Teachers themselves will tell you that the kids are fucked, like because they don't have the resources, because they don't have. You know what I mean?
I can only speak to that field because that's the field I'm in.
Yeah.
If we had more funding, we can do more things.
You can do more stuff. See, okay, but then my take on this whole thing. Okay, so being a cop is like a fucked up job, right? A lot of people, normal people, cannot be a cop, especially with the shit to deal with. So, as a society, we're depending on cops to deal with the drug problem, to deal with the mental issue problem, to deal with bad parents, to deal with domestic issues, to deal with fucking just punk ass little kids running around, right? We expect them, because something happens, what do we call them? Oh, this dude's tagging on something, it's called a cops. Fucking crazy guy yelling on the street, you call it cops. So we're expecting as a society for all them to deal with that kind of shit. So when they talk about defunding about certain things, they need more money, right? More money means better training. You get a cop, you take 6 to 9 months to become an officer, then you're on the field. It takes you longer to become an electrician, right? Now you got a badge and a gun, and you're in charge of the homeless, you're in charge of the drug issues, you're in charge of mental issues, you're bad drivers, fucking whatever, right? You're
yeah, but I wouldn't say they're in charge.
We're depending on them to take care of that issue, right? When you have a crazy fuck on PCP running down the street, you're not going to call the homie, right?
No, you're right.
You get me? You're not. Or,
but there's a thing. Oh, you're right. But there's a thing. You signed up for this.
No, that's what I'm saying though. But I totally agree. It's the same thing with like football people. Oh, I'm getting hit injuries. Did you sign up for it, right? Okay, but they do it because you're getting millions of dollars and this and that, right? So if you get people, you got to get. So the cops don't make that much money. You're gonna get people that do it more for like pride or whatever, or people do it more for just to get an upper hand on certain people, right? So what I'm saying is, this job who's we're depending on them to do all this kind of crazy shit to handle shit that we don't want to
handle situations that we can't.
Yeah, when shots get fired, they're the ones who go to it, we run away, right? Shit like that. So instead of taking money away, let's see how the money is getting spent, put it into shit that we could actually improve, such as training. Like I said, 6 to 9 months, you become a cop. It should be 18 months, mandatory. Right.
Not only that, it's like we should have a higher expectation for what the people who are supposed to hold the peace have.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you should have at least 2 to 3 years of a college education. We have to have a higher standard. But you know what? After this shit, no one's gonna want to be a cop.
That's the issue.
You know what I mean?
That's the issue right there. Now you're gonna get, but what happens with that way? So you defund it. You take away money away from it. You make everybody hate cops. So who becomes a cop? The worst motherfuckers. No, the worst people.
RoboCop.
And that. So honestly, they
drones.
You're gonna have fucking Vegas is gonna be having fucking people. There's gonna be robots patrolling, fucking recording you
on the strip. Yeah.
And then facial recognition. Now you're gonna get fucking tickets in the mail and shit, like for doing stupid shit. The robot took a picture of you and shit. So instead of fighting, and you're not gonna go and punch a fucking robot. You're gonna break your hand and shit, right? So you
have to pay a fine, I'm sure.
Yeah, then it's gonna be recording you as you whip its ass and shit.
I think about it, like that's probably one of the, if we can't have, they have this thing in other countries, CPOs, and I think the United States should do that. It's community peace officers. So basically, it's security guards for that control.
How's that working for Foxdale?
Hey, look,
right?
Foxdale's been fucked. But I'm gonna tell you like this: like there's like people and companies in certain communities that hire security guards. They work for a company. They don't They clock in and clock out. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but
My thing is like this: if you have someone to call in for your problem, you would do it. You know what I mean? Like the same shit. Like if the motherfucking security guard at Target catches a motherfucker stealing, you're gonna call the cops, right? But you know the security guard has certain duties he has to fulfill, and I think these peace officers should be in charge of maybe like a 2.5 block radius of every community, have a vehicle, and it has to be always at least 2 body cams. And I'm sure, you know, because of the economic.
So no weapons, or they because they're peace officers, right?
No weapons.
So okay.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like.
So what are they responding to, like domestic violence calls, or what exactly are they responding
so some
to?
of the duties from that I know that the CPOs have, like they respond to, like calls of disturbance and things like that. They have no power to arrest. Their thing is to handle situations that are not
like a mediator,
or like potentially violent situations. So when they do, then you call the fucking cops. You know what I mean? And that's how I think it should work. I get it. The United States will never do that in a million years because we're in huge debt. Yeah. You know what I mean? All this other shit.
So there's more money to that.
Yeah. And then how do you determine how you hire those people? You know what I mean? So there's a lot.
They're gonna get corrupted too. Like,
because there's power, bro.
That's
there's
what I'm
power.
saying.
I'm gonna tell you like this. To my experiences, motherfuckers don't become cops because they want to hold justice. I'm sure there is. I haven't met them though.
I've met some. I've met
who want to uphold the law.
Yeah,
and, you know,
I've met some, dude. I've met some that
it's power, bro.
No, of course, people like the idea of or look. My thing is power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. Right. So as a human being, that's what I'm saying. That as a human, that's why that job is a shitty job when it comes to
because you deal with the worst people every fucking day.
About, you wake up, people are lying to you 24/7. People hate you. People see you out on the freeway, they fucking get away from you. But that's the stigma that they've created themselves.
But this is the thing though. It's like the police department, the Justice Department of the United States has been doing it wrong for so many years.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. Think about it. If you work 5 days a week, right, and you're a cop. Sheriff, whatever the fuck. I think 2 out of those 5 days you should be behind the desk.
Yeah, easy. Fuck yeah.
Rotate.
Chill day.
Rotate. And then every 3 months, every officer has to have at least 20 hours of psychiatric therapy. You know, you just go in and talk to somebody. And not only that, you have to do an exam. You have to do, every month you have to do a new training, combative training. You have to do a negotiation training. De-escalation training. The whole nitty. But the thing is like, they're not. You can do it.
You can do it. See, that's why I feel when these kind of movements, I feel they get misled right in a direction when you have an opportunity to do something. Like my whole thing would be cops must have 18 months training. The academy must be 18 months. During the academy, standard. During the academy, you must take a martial art, preferably jiu-jitsu. Right, jiu-jitsu.
It's all grappling
because
most of the time
you're fucking choking dudes.
It's non-lethal moves.
Non-lethal moves. You know how to control somebody who's acting up.
Use your body weight and shit.
You don't need 5 dudes to hold one guy. You know what I mean? A female could hold somebody down and wait for your partners to come and blah blah. Right? You don't need 5 dudes. Hey, stop resisting, motherfucker! Like, how can one dude resist 5 guys? It doesn't make sense. But you got Tim Kennedy over there, fucking. You know what I mean? You could hold 5 dudes. It doesn't make sense. That part does not make sense. So you get 18 months training. You must take mandatory jiu-jitsu. You must maintain a blue belt during your shit. You must maintain it. A physical every year. You must an actual physical, running, fucking jumping. There's no fat cops.
To maintain certain.
There shouldn't be fat cops.
To maintain certain standards. Yeah.
Should not be fat cops whatsoever. I don't care if you've been on the force for 100 fucking years. You shouldn't be obese. You shouldn't be getting out of your car.
Well, no, I think you should. I think that doesn't matter. But if you can still meet the requirements that should be high, you're fine.
Yeah, but like I said,
because I know dudes who are 220 that can run faster than
but they're probably
you know what I'm saying?
Fucking linemen, bro.
Okay, but it still might be a little bit different because now lineman, you got to jump that wall. And do this. It's different requirements to say, hey, you're running straight, hit the bag as a lineman.
And the ones who
now
can't
you gotta jump the wall, and now you got to put the pads on.
The ones who can't shouldn't, and the ones who could
should. You get a desk job. Yeah, it's like high school. You didn't make the team, bro. You got to get better grades.
Yeah, right? There should be like a quarterly tryout.
Yeah. So it'll be the 18 months training, the jiu-jitsu shit, the 1 year physical, a 2 year psych test. Because you don't want to do a 1 year. I was thinking about 1 year. But you don't want to do that because then you start stressing fools out. Like, am I crazy already? So you want to do it every 2 years. So a mental psych test, like da-da-da.
Right.
And then have them do a desk job. And then have them do where you're combating all the time, bro. Because I've been telling people, think about it, bro. You become a cop. You're fresh out of high school. Or let's make it a little bit deeper. You get out of high school, you've never been in a fight. You go to college, never been in a fight. You get out of college. Hey, I'm gonna.
You don't know how to deal with that confrontation.
I'm gonna go to be a cop today. I'm gonna be a cop because that seems like I want to uphold justice and shit, right? They give you a badge and a gun. 90% of people say yes to whatever the fuck you're saying. You say jump, they say how high. What happens when that 10% says fuck you? Now you've never been in that situation. You panic. You're fucking. You're fucking.
Your blood pressure rises. You're
You're
nervous.
fucking, yeah. Your adrenaline's fucking pumping now. You've never been punched in the face. You're in a situation where this dude's coming closer to you. You haven't had combative training since your academy training fucking a year ago for 6 months.
Which is a controlled setting.
Which is a control because your boy's not gonna rip your eye out. Yeah. But this motherfucker,
don't care.
He looks like he about to bite.
Because there's motherfuckers that is like,
I'm not going back to jail.
Yeah.
Right. So now what happens? I'm not gonna get punched. I never felt a punch in my face. Shoot you, taser.
You don't know, like, bro, like there's motherfuckers who can't take a hit. Like, you know what I mean? You get one to the chin, you out.
You're out. Yeah, now you're thinking, fuck, I'm gonna get I'm gonna defend myself. And that's how, and then that situation, right? That goes into court. So when people go, I felt, how is his life at risk? Right? The police always go, I felt like my life was at risk. Right? And in the court, they go through all that, bro. They go, how much training did you get? How much? This is what I don't figure out. That they don't fix the problem because they go through all that. The training says, oh, that's not enough training. You're only on the job for 2 years. Fucking da-da-da. Put that in human aspects. People can't control that situation. So, yes, I understand you're fearing your life. And that's how they get off of it. And then instead of fighting the system and saying, hey, maybe more training and more this, they get mad and say, police are racist. So it gets steered to a different way. Yeah. Like that's.
I mean, but think about this though. Think about the after effects and the after situations. Like think about you see the mugshots of like the white kid in I think Virginia or North Carolina who shot up the church, and they bagged him and tagged him, not a bruise on him. They went through Burger King drive-through to get the kid something to eat because he claimed he hadn't eaten all day, and he just killed. Like 8 black people in the church?
So check this out though. Do you think those cops would have handled that dude who just Floyd? Do you think those cops that gave the Burger King to that kid would have handled the same situation with Floyd?
No. You know why? Because their lives weren't as dangerous, dog.
I know, but it's different. But that's when people compare it like that. Like, oh, that cop over there did this. Like, those cops are not the ones Those cops are not the ones who beat the other guy up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you would have switched roles, right? Maybe the guy who killed Floyd would have been fucking that fool up. He would have been fucking that fool up.
I'm not that optimistic.
You don't think? Oh, okay. I'm thinking more of the fact that if you're a shitty person, you're just a shitty person.
Nah.
You don't think so?
I don't have that much sympathy at all. I think, or not sympathy. That's the wrong word. I don't have that much complex thinking about simple matters that I think are simple. You know, I think racism.
Because it is true. The cops are more aggressive towards colored.
Oh, for sure.
Way more aggressive.
And because.
But I think that's a stereotype too, though. No. Because hold on, just to kind of say,
I've been that cops are racist.
No. Within, forget the cops, right? Just as a personal point of view, if you were to tell somebody, if I were to go to a random person, I'd go, "Hey, dude, you have to fight a black dude or a white guy. Who do you fight?" The average person is gonna say a white dude. Be real about it.
Because of assumptions.
You got to fight a white dude or an Asian guy. Average person be like, I fight the Asian.
Well, yeah, it depends.
No, but just no. But yeah, but that's you get the point. But the average, because I'm just saying, yeah, of course.
I'm glad I didn't say it.
Yeah, but you could say, well, the white dude's fucking the UFC fighter. Most UFC fighters, but I'm saying the stereotype strictly just based on like gun to your head. Who are you gonna do? Most people would pick those just because of stereotypes, right? Because the Asians are supposed to be weaker. Why do you think the white dudes are always cucks? Right, it's always that stigma.
They have a submissive gene to them. Yeah,
it's always a submissive gene though. See, that's already that could be said about. That's what white dudes say about black. Oh, they have a dumb gene, right? Like it's not.
They have a submissive gene that even allowed slavery. Like because they had 400 years of slavery. That's over 4 generations of people having a submissive mindset from the time to wake up to the time to go to sleep.
But what about like the Jewish folk?
Same. It's the same thing.
Yeah, so did everybody have a submissive gene?
Bless you.
Mexicans get fucked over on the field. That's a submissive gene.
It is. Everyone has a submissive gene. But my thing is like this. It's like racism is still much alive, and it's
yeah.
alive and well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is the thing.
You see it. No, I didn't believe it before, but it's
more, dog. More and more. And and no disrespect, no disrespect to y'all, but before you grew out the beard, you know what I mean? Like you guys can both probably pass for white guys, probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm sure
I do.
He's all proud of it.
I do.
He's like, "What are you talking about, darky?
The fuck you say, color?
Get off my couch. Get off my couch."
See, but it's cool because I can say certain shit, but okay, but it's acceptable, right? But how weird is that though? I could talk all this shit, racial shit, but as soon as I'm Mexican, it's okay.
Oh, well,
racist is racist. It's not just white folks.
That's my point. That's where I try to tell people that.
And you know what? And people see Latinos and black people and Asian people like do racist shit or say racist things, and they go, "Oh, it's cool because you're not white."
Oh, you got no power. Because now they're saying that it's only when you have a position of power. It's only racist when you have a position of power. So minorities or people of color are so suppressed. They have no power.
Mm-hmm.
That's racist within itself. You're telling me that no Mexican or no black or no Asian has power. So therefore they can't even be racist because they're so low in the totem pole that they don't have no power. That's racist within itself. So like it's a contradictory, like it's stupid. Yeah. It's just,
bro, it goes like the racism thing goes so many different ways, but I think the equation is just very simple. I think it's like racism is the equivalent brother of hate that is the gene pathogen of fucking of ignorance, non-tolerance of simple ideals that are either traditional or non-traditional or anti this or anti that.
See, I think it's reptile brain. You're part of that's part of the monkey tribe brain. Because if you go to Nigeria, right, they're all the same color, essentially. But there's racism within themselves because if you're darker,
bro, within black communities, bro, it's within the
he's a light skinned nigga. He's a dark skinned nigga. Yeah, right. They literally have that. I know African dudes, like literally dudes that come from Africa, they don't like
Americans.
The black
Americans.
They don't like. I don't even know what to say because
they don't.
Black African Americans. They're Americans. They don't like Americans here. Like, they don't like the black Americans here.
Oh, for sure.
Like, so okay, that brings me to this. So speaking of the American stuff, so I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this probably. So I've been thinking about all this stuff, right? Okay. I've been on the chip about saying they should get rid of Black History Month. Let me explain.
We're canceled.
Before I get canceled. Let me explain.
Well, it was an honor to be on the last episode.
It was an honor to be on the first and the last. No, so let me explain though, because I've been thinking about this, right? So I've been thinking about like it's people have been telling me it's systemic racism, right? Which I'm starting to believe it is. I see it. It's engraved in us and all this stuff. But I think even so, to get into the Black History Month in school, when you're being taught about something, when you're being taught about race, you're not taught about different races in school. You're not really talking about the Mexicans. You're not really talking. Well, at least when I went to school, I don't know what the fuck they're doing now. But they don't really talk about this. Is look at the Mexican culture. Look at the Jewish culture. Look at any other race, right? But the only time you talk about one race, you're segregating already. Black History Month. The only time you talk about Black history, but the only thing you're talking like during Black History Month is slavery, about pretty much how like. You're making people see another set of race at the lowest form that a human being.
You're highlighting hate.
Yes, right. And then the only time they show someone good is people who got away from slavery. Martin Luther King, fucking Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, Malcolm X. People who are trying to get away from slavery. The worst thing you could possibly believe.
But not only did they get away from slavery, they had a voice and they did their best to make a difference.
That's all legit. That's all legit. But what I'm saying is that's the only thing, the only image you're getting is slavery and getting away from slavery, right? That's the only image you're kind of pretty much giving out. You're portraying. The reason why I say you get rid of it is because Black history is American history. It's American. Yeah, because
it was built on the backs of colored people.
Right. So it should be taught. Slavery and all that should be taught in there. I'm not saying they all take it away, don't teach it. No. Integrate it into regular history, and then on top of that, show new, like powerful people, black men, black women who are not just for slavery shit. People who invented shit. People who are doing actual shit. That you're not just showing them at the lowest point. Because you and me are fine because we integrate with black people. We communicate with people. But what about dudes in Nebraska, middle nowhere? Because they're getting the same schooling system. as the dudes in California. It's a national based system, right?
Mm.
So we're getting the same schooling system. So now you get someone who goes nowhere near black people or anything like that. And subconsciously, I'm thinking subconsciously, it affects you.
They think, oh, you're like,
You're lower than me, because all through since first grade, second grade, all I heard, I could think about is the first time I ever see a black dude is fucking a slave.
Was in a textbook.
At the in the textbook, at the lowest point of a human being could be. You don't hear about the Jews, slavery with the Jews or Mexicans or anything. So you create your own bias for those races with the community around you, but automatically you have a fucked up view of what the black people were going through. I think subconsciously, I think it fucks with you, even as a youngster.
I think.
And then you segregate yourself 1 month only.
I think you have a very strong point. I think you have a very strong, educative, thoughtful point as far as why Black History Month is a negative connotation in general in the community. I also think it sounds obscure because what you're essentially saying, like without hearing your reason, you're saying, let's get rid of Black History Month. But
sounds fucked up.
But hearing it makes sense. But it sounds weird. It sounds weird. This coming from me. We ain't got no right, dog. Like we have indigenous history. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't hear about, but in the textbooks they had indigenous people, and that's essentially.
But you don't hear about it, so they don't even feel negative about the Native Americans.
Yeah, exactly. Because and like you're saying, they highlight a whole month of it, and
because all they say is America came, there was Indians, and they had Thanksgiving. That's it, right? Until you get into college.
Have you ever seen two Native American people together? It's because they don't exist. You maybe see one,
right?
But you don't see another one.
Bro.
Making money. Okay. Even the reserve the reservations.
But like to his point, there's a Black American guy.
Oh yeah, what's his name? The jazz magician.
Daryl Davis.
Is that dude who they made fun of on the Boondocks? He's Uncle Ruckus, essentially.
Oh, maybe they probably would say some shit.
And they made it. I think Chappelle made fun of him too as the blind Klansman. So wait, hold on. I think I heard of this. I think I heard of this cat. He's the dude who convinces Klansmen to give up their hoods and shit. Yeah, no, I get it, and you know what? I think it's the power of conversation, dog. But not this dude right here, and he plays the piano and shit, right?
That was a sick ass jazz player.
Yeah. I've heard it perform at the Gram.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, see, because that's the shit. Like you can't like.
But there's people who look at that and they go, like
Uncle Tom.
They go, well, you fucking rubbing shoulders with motherfuckers who hate you. You know what I mean?
You change minds.
He's
done more for a cause than someone who believes that. Oh, you're rubbing with someone. He's literally done more than anything that one person is telling you. You're rubbing shoulders with this guy. He literally stopped racism.
He does the hard job.
He literally stopped racism.
What it is this. It's like
for one person.
No one wants to talk about it. Exactly. It's their kids, and the kids are.
Oh yeah. Think about it. His kids could be the next Hitler if it wasn't for that dude.
Yeah, but. And I think that's the thing. No one wants to talk, bro. No one wants to have a conversation.
Yeah.
No one wants to be like, okay, so tell me why you like this, and I'll tell you what I think. Because everyone just wants to fight, bro. Everyone just wants to fight and be combative, and that's just how it's gonna be forever. Yeah. Because, especially males, we have such a dominant way of thinking where, like, we don't want to be submissive. We don't want to have this lower look or look down upon.
I get that. I'm about to cut you off. I was talking to some dude, an African American fella. He lived in UK for 2 years, right? Mm-hmm. And I was talking about just the climate out there, like how is it? And he was telling me that living in America is a double-edged sword, right? He said UK, the consensus is that everybody can agree when something's bad. Something bad happens, a shooting like the George Floyd situation. Everybody there would be a consensus that's bad. Everybody's in consensus that something's good. Everybody kind of agrees with it within themselves. But here, with the freedom that America comes with, that we're kind of built on a rebellious idea, right? It comes with having the other, but, right? It's always been, but. So that's why here there's
an afterthought.
There's always a double-edged sword. And I think that's what makes America great. Right? You know what I'm saying?
It's the fact that you get the option.
Yeah, you still kind of tell the option. Sometimes they shouldn't be heard, right? But telling somebody to shut the fuck up or kicking their ass for it doesn't work. What beats bad ideas is good ideas. Mm-hmm. So to have a debate, right? So if you have a crowd of people and we're having a conversation and you're pro this and I'm anti this, and then we see who wins by having a debate, a conversation.
Not shouting,
Not just fuck you, you fucking racist. You
because
fucking...
America's a big shouting match.
Yeah, that's what it is. It was.
Yeah,
It's a fucking dick sizing contest and shit. I'm gonna have a bigger dick than you, so I'm gonna yell even louder.
So shit does dicks, you know?
You know what I'm saying?
Fucking sky.
Fucking clouds and buildings.
And ours is the biggest. But no, I agree with you. But my thing is this. You're right. I don't think they should get rid of Black History Month. I think we need to learn, and I think I have a little bit of a say in this as an educator.
Mm-hmm.
We need to learn how to teach it. I think the textbook should be rewritten. I think there should be certain aspects of it that should be highlighted. Yeah, you should see us, like, every person, not every person, every race and every multicultural struggle that individuals have suffered in the past. That is an important thing to do.
Yeah.
Also, change the narrative. Change how you read it. Change how you say it. Change how you learn it. And I think it comes, and that comes apart. If you're so advocated for about talking with people and changing their minds, it starts at the very base, which is at schools. So I think the schools. I don't think we should get rid of Black History Month. I think we need to relearn. I think the educators need to relearn how to teach it, so others can learn.
I think we need to relearn what's American history.
So if they defund the police, they should put it in education.
You could do that. You could do it, but then
they should put it in Chuck E. Cheese. But
then it's a cycle, right? Because everything's a cycle. Everything
comes back around.
The education system, and then it comes in. Okay, but if you have parents that don't give a fuck, you're still gonna have might have a shitty kid still. And then it goes into it's just a cycle. Yeah. So you got the roots. It's trying to get rid of ignorance. Like, right?
You can't.
Like
you can't. There's certain things that they're
I think with the internet,
they're out of our control.
I don't know. The internet, again, is a double-edged sword, right?
The internet just provides targeted narratives to the people, bro.
But then it also brings people together to change people's minds.
For sure.
To bring, you know what I mean?
Information is like this, bro.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that. Like
that's the thing. I think we're in the adolescence years. Like we're
in the early
right
stages
now.
Of it.
The internet's like teenagers and shit, right? Just fucking want to fuck everything, fuck the world, and depressed. And fucking do whatever. That's the internet right now, because it really came out fucking 10 years ago, like
let's say 30 yeah.
But like to the capability of fucking you could just direct message and fucking fucking dick pic here and fucking show me your tits.
No, I agree.
Right?
I agree.
So then give it like 5-10 years and we get into our 20s, a little bit more mature, because it starts to weed out the racist fucks. And why do you think the Karens, people put them on blast? We were talking about Karens earlier and shit. People put Karens on blast. And then so the next girl doesn't want to get that, so she kind of tones her attitude down. Evolution.
But what about the I'll call them Karens. But what about what about the Karens that ain't doing nothing wrong?
What do you mean the Karens ain't doing nothing wrong?
What about the Karens that ain't doing nothing wrong? What about the white women
who think that way?
No. I'm not saying I think that. What about the white women who are open, who are never had a racist conversation in their whole life, but because white women are being portrayed in social media and the internet as a bad person, they're like, oh fuck, now I never said nothing fucked up, but now I really can't say nothing fucked up.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So
bro, it's information that's controlled by fear.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, that's where you're getting fucked up, because that's what it is.
This is Teletubby.
Bunch of Karens around here.
Hey, look, I'm all for it.
But people
hey, look, if you catch people being a bitch, then fuck that bitch. Look, then expose that bitch and fuck that bitch. But hold on, if this is all we see all the time, then the natural thing is just how you said with Black history. We think most white women are assholes. And we think most white women are assholes, which they aren't. You know what I mean? They really ain't.
Not just people are assholes, bro.
But bro, this is a narrative. This is an uncontrolled. It's an uncontrolled narrative.
Yeah, it's like it's selective outrage. It's the same reason. Right?
And speaking of selective outrage, so like I said, I've been on Black Lives Matter for since my boy OG. What really fucked me up the other day is I got two homies in Chicago, and over Father's Day weekend,
114 people shot.
114 people shot, and
14 people died.
Yeah, and
5 of them were children. 3 of them were 3-year-olds.
85, and I think it was 85 or 89% were all black.
Mm-hmm. And on black crime.
Mm-hmm.
But see,
things
if you say that,
but this is the
you're
thing.
taking away from the movement, man. It's the white man.
Well, the thing is, like, where's Black Lives Matter? Right there. It's like, and think about it. Think about all the non-black people, such as myself, who are just like, yeah, Black Lives Matter. Yeah, fuck the police. I was out there, bro. Don't get it fucked up. I was out there. You know what I'm saying? But we all quiet because we don't want to talk. Because the non-black people who support Black Lives Matter don't want to speak on that community's issues. That but we should.
Yeah, but we should, because what happens? Because the racism kicks in. You're white. You can't talk about that shit. Well, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do to help you? If
the whole thing is like this.
Yes, I'm wrong.
Look, if Black Lives Matter, they should matter all the time.
All the time.
Not just when cops kill us or cops kill you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why I say, like, when the Black Lives first started, I told a couple people, like, it's not gonna go. The movement's not gonna go nowhere, because once you add a color to a movement, you're gonna get other people that don't give a fuck, right? Because right away, what happened when this movement came in? You get where's the marching with the fucking ICE detention centers? And how come no one's marching for our field workers or Mexican folks, right? And then you get Asians too. What about us and shit? You're always gonna have someone who's suffering, right? In the world, everybody suffers. So that's why it turns into like, well, fuck that. I don't want to do that too, because my people suffer too. So you can never get a whole backing for everything.
Right.
This dude on YouTube did a social experiment.
Mm-hmm.
I was checking it out. So he pretty much got a sign, a simple sign that says "All Lives Matter," right? And he had another one, Black Lives Matter. And he was like, I'm going to use the All Lives Matter and go to a black neighborhood. I'm going to use the Black Lives Matter and go to pretty much a white neighborhood, right?
Like a suburb community,
and then got mad.
And then, no, but like, the difference between that was like, they were more aggressive in the black neighborhood. Towards. Like, ready to whoop his ass. And there's some of them were like, hey, bro, I'm looking out for you, bro. Like,
don't do that.
Get out of here.
See, but how come, that's what I'm saying, that's the issue.
But hold on. I'll speak to that. Yeah. I'll play devil's advocate on this shit.
Of course.
You're right. All lives do matter. But right now, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
All lives matter. Cool. That's right.
Yeah.
You're right. As humans, we should learn to be compassionate towards each other, and live with each other, work with each other, educate each other, and love each other. All lives matter. But right now, and for the past 20, 30 years, Black Lives Matter.
See, bro.
That's you know what I mean? That's me.
Okay, and I jumped, and I get that. But say now you talk to the homies from the Raza, right? The brown priders and shit.
Oh, yeah.
They'll tell you the next 20, 30 years, we're getting fucked. So
we've been getting fucked too, yeah.
So fuck your movement. That's what I'm saying. That
but it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you 100%. But I'm saying, but that's what happens when it comes to selective. Okay, because the Chinese folks, if I was Chinese, I'd be like, man, you guys are all protesting and this shit, but you guys are filming this shit. Well, fucking my people are jumping off of buildings so you could get your fucking.
So you can get your technology.
So you can get your $500 fucking phone. So you could bitch about this. Mm-hmm. What about my people? You don't give a fuck. You're literally paying companies to kill my people.
Mm-hmm. It's because we don't care. You know why? Because it doesn't affect us.
That goes back to what you're saying. Yeah. Like if it's not directly to you,
like,
most
bro,
people don't see it.
Like
don't hear it, don't feel it.
I got my homies, bro, who are like, and it's similar thing to black on black violence. I got my homies, in Mexico. I got actually, rest in peace, 3 of my homies. I'm not gonna say their names out of respect. Actually died during the quarantine in Mexico because of cartel violence. And cartel is what? Brown on brown violence, right? Mm-hmm. And it has to do with corruption, it has to do with money, it has to do with control.
Everything.
And think about it. Outside of Latino people, no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck. I wouldn't even say no. No one gives a fuck. Even if you know, motherfuckers don't care. You know what I mean? So because it doesn't immediately affect us. It's another episode of Narcos.
Yeah.
And fuck Narcos for that, bro. Because you know why? They fantasize. They fantasize and they glorify this lifestyle.
Not only that, there's a bunch of shit on fucking Netflix just like throws it out there, like what's that like the Queen of the South,
Reina del Sur, yeah, fuck like, that bitch too.
Come on, bro.
See,
like,
so that gives a subliminal message to people. Okay,
it's because it's entertaining.
Even the music too, bro. Like,
see, that goes into rap too, though.
It goes into rap,
but it goes into rap too. So a rapper talks about I'm gang banging, shooting fools in the head, and blah blah blah, this and that, and the white people hear it, whatever the fuck, and then when they see
they go, oh fuck, that you do that. Never mind.
It's the same situation.
Yeah,
like it turns into the same. It turns into the same situation.
It's artistry because I think as musicians it's different. Musicians is different. Yeah. Television shows and news and what you see and what you hear is different. And I'm gonna say it like this as an artist myself. As an artist, I control my own narrative. An actor can't.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
So,
well, I mean, but music. Well, yeah, because music is the biggest influencer.
You know what I mean?
The biggest influencer.
So this thing is like, you know, I'd be lying if I said I didn't, you know, have rhymes that were in that same narrative.
Mhm.
You know, I shot a motherfucker. You know,
Mhm.
all this other shit. You know,
Fuck hoes and this and that.
all
Like
this,
it's just
all
you're
of
gonna
it.
get
But the thing is, it's like this. It's like
stereotypical rapper.
the thing is this. I did that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel
so
like
I get it. I get that. It's like, oh, like, you know, you're falling into that pigeonhole where you do the same shit. I'm like, well, look, I can't speak on them. If they really did that, then they have the right to be saying it.
Okay, so check this out. Who was it? Kendrick Lamar. So look at the
Mhm.
opposite side now. Someone who follows your shit.
Mhm.
So Kendrick Lamar has that song like something, my nigga, right? So
yeah.
whatever. This dude pulls up a white chick on stage, and then has her sing the song. She says the word, and then he go, whoa, 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 whoa. You can't do that. Like, what do you mean?
Well, that was satirical. It was
How is it?
satirical.
I don't know. The video I seemed pretty like,
he
whoa,
no,
whoa.
he wanted
You
it.
set that girl up. She probably got her ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It was an experiment.
That's fucked up though.
I looked at it like a prank.
I looked at it like, dude, that's a setup. I would punch you just for that. What the fuck? Come on, come on up, and then you're gonna sing my chorus.
Yeah.
You can't. Who's buying you? That's why I like.
But
Lil
who's buying
Wayne's.
all your music?
I like Lil Wayne's response when this whole first thing first popped off. I think.
Oh yeah. That's that bitch. Yeah, that's the one. And he tripped out. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, come on, bro, that's your song.
I get it though.
Shout out to whoever Worldstar.
Shout out to Worldstar Hip Hop. They'll probably take us down for this shit. They'll probably take us down for this shit.
Give him a shout out.
Shout out to Warstar.
Worldstar Hip Hop.
Like the whole city going against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear
Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god. See, people start saying boo. But that's your song, though.
Well, fuck it. You know?
No, but that's what I'm saying. But that's a setup.
I think that's dope. I think that's dope.
What, as a setup?
No. I don't think. Look, I can see how that looks like a setup. But I'm gonna tell you like this. Fuck Kendrick for that, because maybe it looked like a setup, but bro, he's a smart nigga. That's a smart motherfucker right there.
Publicity for it.
But you know, but this is the thing. He's smart because he's like, he wanted her to say it a little bit. You know what I mean?
I mean, unless he's doing it to see the contradictory of what the crowd is. Other than that, that's a setup. Unless you're doing it to say like, hey crowd, look how dumb you guys are. It's a song. It's my song. I brought her up here to sing my chorus. And she did. What do you like? Look at what I was saying about Lil Wayne, right? When they asked Lil Wayne, oh, like you think white people are racist? He goes, nah, white people are not racist. He goes, they're the ones on my show. They're the ones buying my CDs.
Yeah, that's got nothing to do with it.
But I'm saying, that's the reason not.
I heard the same response, and I thought after that, I'm like, yeah, fuck Wayne. You don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah,
the only reason I say that, hold on,
you can't say all the crowd racist.
I'm gonna let you finish. But the only reason I'm gonna say fuck, like, you know, rappers and actors and things like that who kind of don't, I want to say not support Black Lives Matter, who kind of just don't care about it, and who kind of like, you know, white people are great. They go and see my movies and buy my albums, cool. But there's the thing.
Well, for the money part, yeah.
Well, this is the thing. Fuck the power shit. They're rich, bro. My nigga, like if I had 3 million sitting in the back seat, I'm not gonna give a fuck. Like, bro, like money changes your perspective.
Oh, of course.
Money.
Of course,
so of course he don't give a fuck. You know why? Because he doesn't have to deal with the same dude. He doesn't have to deal with the same shit that the nigga on the streets got to deal with.
Listen,
not anymore.
Yeah, I get you.
And if he ever did, he ain't got to no more.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm taking his perspective would be to say that all white people, again, it goes into to generalizing, painting everybody. Let me get one. To painting everybody with the paintbrush.
I'll take one more. Dame una la manzana.
If you got more apple, we might not have more apple, bro.
Oh, no, I seen it.
Is it? Yeah.
You better get it.
Don't be shady, motherfucker.
He throws it at me when he goes.
Bitch.
But I mean, look, man. I mean,
I get it, but to me, that's a fucking setup. That right there. That's a setup.
Bro. That right there, I think it's like satire to me. It's like, you know, you kind of almost,
yeah, you kind of want it, but then I'm just saying, like, poor girl too, though. I'm looking at like she's probably a fan, bro. She listens.
You know, she didn't know.
She loves the black dick, bro.
She didn't know.
You know what I mean? She's probably doing everything. So not racist, whatever. And now she's probably, this bitch is racist.
Like, fuck her. and
I got that.
and speaking of this, like as far as like the N-word and shit like that, I can't give my sentiments, and I can't be like we shouldn't or we should because I'm not a black person. But I'm gonna tell you like this. I was on a radio show
It's
a
your
while.
song.
I was on a.
It's your fucking it's your fucking hook. It's your hook, bro.
Thank you.
It's like my hook says, "I'm gay, I'm gay," and then you say, "I'm gay." What the fuck?
Exactly.
Whoa. You just call me gay.
Well, it's like this.
Whoa.
It's like I've had this. I was at a radio show a while back, and female asked me, and she's older too, so she's not no ignorant bitch.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, why do you say the N word if you're not black? And it took me a second, and I looked at him like, cause I am that nigga.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Cause I believe I am that nigga. You know what I mean?
Different context.
And that's the thing. It's like, cause look, it's like it's one of those things. For me, my opinion is like I've been saying it since I came out the womb, and you're not gonna get me to stop saying it. And a motherfucker who call me racist, it's not gonna stop me from saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Any black, white dude, Mexican cat, not gonna stop me from saying it.
Mm-hmm.
And since we're on the same branch of subject, how do you guys feel? And I'm gonna tell you because we're all Latinos.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys feel about what's going on in the Central Valley in LA with the paleteros and the vendors getting their ass?
Okay, that's
I had that from one of my
See, but people get and that's where it divides you even more. Because in LA, and then you get the real like the sureños and all those fools, right? They're gonna be the first ones to be like, "Fuck that food, let's go fuck up all these foods," and then right, boom, already a division. Like, but no one's gonna say nothing. You're not gonna have a fucking protest talking about
just black guys doing these guys.
I heard it's bad just fucking up Mexican.
So there's the thing though. I'm sure it isn't. But what do you see?
The narrative.
You just see the black people doing it. And now it's going past.
But you get videos of black dudes fucking a Mexican.
That's what I'm saying. You're getting what you see is African American men going up to vendors who are paleteros, eloteros, selling oranges, fruteros. All that, mostly in LA and in Central California.
Which has always been racial tension, though. It's always been racial tension.
But the thing is like this. You see it, it's mostly African-American men beating on people who are 40 and older.
Yeah.
And, smacking them. And you know what's funny is like, you don't see them jacking them for their money. You just see them, they go up to them and smack them and dip out. Or they'll go and put a beat down on them and dip out.
For the gram.
You know what I mean? And the thing is like this. I don't know what that purpose is behind that, but I know that there's some social media pages that I'm not going to say the names of that highlight that are mostly Latino based, and they go, "Well, look what these motherfuckers are doing. We were just out here protesting with them."
And they might even not be Latinos. That could be like a robot just starting like what is it, like the Russia stuff?
Mm-hmm.
The whole stuff. It was Russia doing during the campaigns and stuff. They found out that Russia has a whole team, bro, where they go in and they start conflicts. So they had a pro-life protest with like a Muslim protest in Texas on the same street. They set robots and shit were setting it was like robots just setting that shit up. Algorithms talking to like sending emails and shit, doing all kinds of crazy shit. Like they literally get paid to start chaos. So it could be that just fucking people on a Latin page.
I don't know about robots, but
people actually doing it.
Maybe it is like these dudes who are just like, hey, look, here's a couple bucks, go and fuck this fool.
No, what I'm saying is that Russia has the government. They have people working specifically to stir shit the pot.
Yeah.
So when
to create political views,
chaos and shit, like, oh fuck that. So it changes where the direction of where you want it.
Yeah.
You want a country fighting with each other. That's what essentially.
So because that way we look like we need a leader.
Yeah, or anything in general. All these guys are weak. This is the time to attack. We're John
Damn,
Wick.
I can't believe they did him like. You guys see the last Terminator movie?
I haven't. Would they kill that fool?
Oh, bro, don't watch it, dog.
Don't watch it. They killed him.
Bro, because they went back and they basically shot his ass. I'm like, this is some bullshit.
That's it. We just go back.
In the first 5 minutes, I was like,
oh.
Spoiler. They shot him first. They shot him like right. Was it like that was like
on the beach, on the beach, right after part 2, supposedly when they got away and they were
real guy though. Huh?
So they got realistic with it.
Edward Furlong? No,
him?
It wasn't him. Oh, so they got a child actor and they CGI'd Edward's face on him.
So they got someone that kind of looked like him, and then they did the rest on him.
Exactly. Well, fuck that movie. Fuck.
Hey, so they got realistic on it. Hey. How about we just go back in time, shoot him in the head? I don't get it.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
Instead of chasing him in the car.
Oh man, it was.
I see.
Okay, that goes into my baby Hitler question. If you had a chance, right,
to go back in time and kill baby Hitler,
to kill Hitler, I send you back.
When though?
Check it out.
When he's a baby.
So I send you. Hey man, you have 2 minutes, bro, to kill Hitler. The time machine's right here. We're gonna send you. Whenever you see whatever, I don't know when it's gonna drop you off, but when it drops you off, you gotta kill him or make your die.
Can I ask? Have you asked other people this?
Yes, one person.
I
One
already
person.
answered
He answered it. He answered it.
What was your answer?
No, wait. I want your answer. I want your answer. So, right? I said
You're never gonna expect what I'm
you
gonna say
have to
right
kill
now.
him, right? Or you don't have to, but you only got.
You go back
2
in time and
minutes.
you got 2 minutes to
2
kill
minutes to decide.
him. Okay.
I send you back. Baby Hitler in the crib.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
What do I do?
What do you do? He's like, what?
I'm gonna tell you right
8
now.
months.
I'm gonna tell you right now, and no one's thought of this answer.
6 months you're old.
No one's thought of this answer.
Send Daryl Davis.
Send Daryl Davis to change his mind. To raise the baby?
He good in my hand.
See, no, this is what I would do.
Because the best
I would
player
grab
ever.
I would grab baby Hitler
Come back in time.
and to come back into the future.
Oh.
Exactly. And raise that little German.
Greek Scott.
And
Good God,
put him in East San Ho. You know what I mean? And now he's a Latino. You know
And
what
now
I mean?
he now becomes
And now,
the biggest fucking Latino racist.
Chavo de Ocho with that.
Chavo de Ocho. The Dookie mustache.
Cantinflas and shit.
He's got the Dookie ends.
This was answer was I'll punt that baby out the window.
Mhm.
Right?
So you don't know if you kill him or not, but you really traumatize
So
that
he's
baby.
trying to kill it. No, he's trying to kill it. As soon as I asked him, I'll kick that baby out the window.
That's fucked up. I wouldn't.
So then I react another dude. The other dude's reaction was more of my reaction. My reaction was, you don't know what happens when you do that, right? The butterfly effect.
Yeah.
That was my.
Oh yeah.
That was my
for
thing,
sure.
right? Because I told Wayne,
I wouldn't care. Fuck it. It's one baby.
No, yeah.
What is a dinosaur's gonna come
baby
back?
gonna
Fuck
do?
this baby.
So I told Wayne, what if you kick that baby out the window, and then the dude walking, another German, walks up and he sees that baby flat. Oh, this is my country, and he becomes a Hitler. So basically, no matter what, that's what that becomes.
Or Stalin takes over. Right?
No, I see what you're saying. Or Stalin could have taken over.
Yeah,
too.
or something even worse.
Fuck Stalin too.
Fucking killed way more fucking
Shitload of his
people than
people.
Hitler. Stalin's favorite quote was,
Kill him.
if you kill a couple of people, it's a tragedy. If you kill multiple people, it's a statistic.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Like, come on.
he justified mass murder.
Yeah.
That's why. I mean, look, Stalin's a real motherfucker. I think he's evil, but he's a real motherfucker because he keeps it real. He ain't ashamed of his shit.
I was fully real thing about it.
You know what I mean?
Except Hitler was on all the meth.
Hitler was on some shit.
He was on all the meth, bro.
So was it really Hitler?
He was on all the
That
meth.
make me think like.
And he like witches and
I'll
shit.
probably pump meth Hitler then instead of baby Hitler.
Meth Hitler?
Baby Hitler. Baby Hitler.
I mean, nah, I wouldn't kill him. I'd probably bring him with me though.
Bring him with
Oh,
you.
for sure, 100%.
And then kill him.
Nah, I'd bring him and then kill him.
Sure, with the homies. Nah.
Hitler. I'd get him, and I'd raise him as a Latino. I'd raise him as my own son. I'd change his name. I think that nigga's Jose. Jose. That's that nigga's Jose. Jose. See Kimmel. Bro, I can't stand those Edgar looking niggas, bro. They're ruining hip hop for Latinos. Edgars. You know the dudes who go ahead. Pull up a picture of this. So
I just learned that.
So basically, Edgar is a term for Latino.
Hip hop.
Latino hip hoppy kind of like street
hip-hop?
niggas, right? Like they're the new street niggas for Latinos. So it's basically
not pretty boys on there.
Watch, you're gonna see, and they wear the same stupid fucking haircut and with the sharp lineup.
With the inside out lineup. Have you seen that
one? It's a fade lineup. It's a fader.
Have you seen when they cut the inside out? And
that shit looks hella dumb.
Yeah,
look at that outline. Oh, that shit's retarded, bro. I can't talk because my hair's looking rough. But
bro, no, but fuck, bro. I'm bald and shit, but I would just shave that bitch off. In that case,
that point.
Dude, they have an outline of their hair. That's ridiculous,
bro. I'm telling you, like these fools are fucking it up.
Edgar. So what about them though?
They look.
What do they do?
They're mad corny, bro. They're mad.
Is
corny.
like a Karen?
It's the Karen version for Latinos and it's a caricature. It's a caricature.
Yeah, okay.
See, look, he found the audio.
Is that the C Chemicals?
Yeah, C Chemicals.
Yeah,
that's a real thing, huh?
Bro. These fools in California are rampant. They need to be stopped. I need to do everything in my power to stop this foolishness. I see them, bro. I see them in the streets. I see them, bro. I see them in the streets. I see them in the malls. Like, trying to look tough, bro. You know what I mean? With their skinny ass clothes. You know, and bro, they just look insane, bro, and they talk all fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know the C Cama, and then what they say else about Squatch or some shit.
Taquache,
which is possum. Yeah, which is a possum. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense,
bro.
Doesn't make sense.
It's such tomfoolery, dog. Like it's basically
Edgar's. You call him Edgar's?
I'm gonna say like Edgar's. Yeah.
Okay.
So the thing is, bro, they have this haircut that looks like any like youngster named Edgar fucking Hector looking haircut, bro. It looks insane to me, dog. And bro, and you know what's funny is like I know niggas who look like this and who dress like this and who talk like that, bro.
That's embarrassing,
bro. You know what I mean? And who talk like that. And I thank God, bro. A lot of it's more. I would say it's more in Central Cal.
Oh, you know what it is? I think it's the corridos and mixing it with hip hop, bro.
Yeah, and it's
That's
not
what
good.
it is, bro. That's what it is.
And it's not well.
Good.
It's not
you know
well.
who fucked it up like that?
Mm.
I think it was that guy who made that country music song, Lil Nas X.
Oh yeah.
I think Lil Nas X started the whole like trying to mix, because corridos are country music, Spanish country music. That's what it is, right? And they're
doing similar shit.
They're doing the same shit, just fucking. They're just flipping it. I know. I don't know. I don't like these guys either.
Yeah. Well, that's brother. It just to me, it just looks like you're trying. Like, look at this motherfucker. Who is this guy?
I don't know, bro.
Elemento. Oh, I liked him on that song he did with Burner. But look at this fucking like.
Hey, I'll be real with you, bro. That's like what my black folks were doing. They're doing this. They're pretty much doing the flashy clothes. They're gonna have next year. They're gonna have chains and shit. The big rims. They're flashing. The same thing as with the hip hop.
That shit.
That's not flashing.
I don't understand.
That's not flashing.
I don't understand, bro. I don't understand how anyone could. You know what? And you know what? I bet they made fun. You see, get the Edgar cut, my nigga. Look. Bro, like these fools are clowns, dog.
Oh,
like I don't understand. Like these motherfuckers talk about all kinds of shit, but they've never picked it.
That car's sick.
Look at him. Is that a Ford Runner? It's a 4-wheeler, nigga.
Yeah, dude, I knew some when I was working at Tesla, dude. She's like 18, dude, like 18-year-old, some chick. She'll talk to me and my boy Edgar. She'll talk to us like, oh, she came a cut, and we would ask her a question like, what the fuck does that mean? She says, oh yeah, like you know your truck, it's like burns and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And the gotcha shit. I'm like, what does that mean? So I don't know, but just. And I looked it up. I'm like, she's a possum. It isn't.
What are you talking about?
It doesn't make sense. Like it just, I didn't get it.
Like you saying all this bullshit.
What the fuck? At least have a meaning behind it. Oh, read a book.
See, I feel like I don't know, bro. Like Latino. Oh, I saw George Lopez's newest stand-up special.
You have another
Oh,
one?
you have one?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
It's the worst shit I've ever seen. Bro, it's just look. It's like it's a haircut.
Oh.
Bro, they did Vin and Paul just like that.
That's fucked up.
That's like some Japanese shit.
See, fuck, bro. They got like it's like a Beatles. Remember the Beatles cut? It's almost like that, but shorter and lined up. See, I'm telling you, bro. Like, bro, there's niggas who look like that.
Fucking Karen's taking over, dog. Karen haircut.
Look, that look like Serge.
Hey, I like that style.
I think it's all after this guy right here. Where's that? Oh,
that guy. It's a possum.
With the possum face.
They got that shit. He's the one that started it.
Well, didn't he just like that? I'm not sure.
Oh, that's that.
Hey, is that the guy that got murked?
He got smoked,
Yeah, he
right?
got
Yeah.
smoked,
Oh
remember
yeah. So you guys are representing some guy that got murked
that? No.
for being a retard.
I don't know.
They're probably making fun of him. Though.
Hey, they murked that fool.
They shot the fuck out of
They
him.
got that fool. You see, you know what I'm saying?
That's the dude who was always like doing hella coke and
Hella
shit,
blowing,
right?
just talking shit about cartels and shit. Give me la pela. I said, where? They got that fool.
They smoked him in some sort of restaurant or something like that.
They didn't
They
give a
like brought
fuck.
him in, they sat him down.
Yeah, they got him chopped the fuck out and like, you're gonna die.
Like, just came in like all that.
Like, they made a point out of him and shit. Like, talk
Oh yeah,
shit.
for sure. Like
talk
yeah,
shit,
so
bro.
like you want to be funny, go
You
ahead
wanna
be
be-
funny,
you wanna
but
be-
you're gonna get smoked.
You want to be famous off of my name? Like that's what they did, bro. That's fucking nuts.
That's what I'm saying, dog. I don't know. I just
See,
think
that's right across our border. That's right.
That's what Trump means when he says he's ringing his words.
look,
Bad on, bro.
he don't care about us. He just don't want niggas like that in there. And so yeah. So what do you guys think about the election?
Ah man, it's a fucking setup, bro.
You think Trump's gonna get
Okay,
another?
look, I've been lately for what Trump's been doing lately. I think he doesn't want to win anymore, bro. I'll be real with you. I don't think he wants it no more, man. Cause he's posting up you like
he might just quit.
the stuff he's posting, even like the
Drop
Twitter
out.
stuff.
Mhm.
It's stuff to like get even your staunchest supporters to kind of like
Be like, fuck you.
fuck. Like, what was it? That one, the tweeted where the guy saying white power and shit. You see that one?
And then he like retweeted it or some shit.
Yeah, he retweeted it. He kept it up for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then
he deleted it.
You know the biggest issue I took about that. So he posted right for 3 hours. It was up there. They said that his managers and all that shit, they were trying to reach him.
Open the door, Trump.
They couldn't reach him for 3 hours.
Give us the phone.
Because he was golfing, right?
Oh,
and he was golfing, and they go, "Oh, he puts his phone. He leaves his phone, right?" And I'm thinking, what the fuck happens when we're getting nuked? That's what I took. I didn't even give a fuck about the racist shit. I'm thinking about
he's gonna be on Twitter.
What the fuck happens when we're getting nuked? Hey, President, what do we do?
Watch it.
What?
I could already see it, bro. We're gonna get nuked, and it's gonna be some little ass city that's gonna get blown up. And he's gonna tweet, he's like, "You guys hear something?"
Tremendous.
Bro,
Someone dropped something.
Bro, that nigga's on some other
and
shit.
And then he's losing his support too. Like, so with the election, I've been saying that I think it's a setup. He's gonna win. That's why they're giving us Joe Biden, creepy Joe, slow Joe.
Doesn't know who his VP is yet.
He's horrible. Joe Biden is amazing to me.
He's terrible.
That's why I say that having
Joe Biden is Barack's pet.
Yeah,
like, he's dumb. He's just a dumb motherfucker.
He's just a talking point, bro. He's
a talking head.
He's fucking. He's like dementia. He forgets about like half the shit he's talking about.
Average Joe.
Slow Joe, creepy Joe.
Yeah.
Wow, man, I'm about.
That was a pedophile.
He's
like,
a dumb
everything, bro.
motherfucker.
Everything. So to me, that's a setup.
You saw the Epstein documentary?
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
You know how
I was about to bring you killing all my fucking curse events.
Motherfucker.
But look,
what's your take on that shit?
It's ugly, dog. It's super ugly. And you know what's funny? It's like, bro, he really made a pyramid scheme off of manipulating young, vulnerable women, and ultimately manipulated. How do you manipulate a victim to go and target other victims? Like, that's some old shit.
That's pimping.
That's some pimp shit right there.
Pimp, strong.
You don't, you know.
But this is the thing though. You know how I knew Netflix has an agenda? Because they greenlighted the documentary, right? But if you pay attention to the whole thing, they only gas on him. They don't gas on.
First thing I said.
They don't gas on Bill. They got the chick, the female. I just heard yesterday.
She got arrested.
She just got arrested.
Yeah, but they don't gas her. They don't gas her. They don't gas that Victoria's Secret fuck.
Nope.
The one who gave Epstein all his money. They don't fucking gas. So my thing is, I heard that her dad's.
They didn't even gas Trump in that thing. They didn't light up anybody.
Bill Clinton.
Chris Tucker.
All those motherfuckers. Everybody. Everybody. I bet even fucking Barack Obama's part of that shit. I think he gets everybody, bro.
You probably went there.
I think he gets everybody. Everybody.
I think, bro, that's the whole reason he got murked, right? Because he got dirt on everybody.
She's gonna get murked too, probably.
Hey, I bet. You seen that meme where it's like Hillary Clinton sent a tweet? Oh, I'm so upset or something about her death.
Her death? Oh, I'm sorry.
Like, bitch, that's tomorrow. Like she sent a pre-tweet early and shit because everybody.
She's like, delete that.
Either that, or they cut her a break. That's how my conspiracy hat comes on. They basically told her, "Hey, we're gonna throw bait at these people because this Jeffrey Epstein thing is not dying down. So we're gonna throw you in there, get you some charges, and we'll send you out to some island somewhere." It's cool.
Just keep you quiet.
Keep you quiet. Shut up. You live over here because she's over there.
Yeah, maybe.
Because you know what? When they first seen her after this whole Epstein thing, they seen her at a In-N-Out reading a book, a CIA CIA murders or some shit like that. She's reading a book, like she's doing some shit, like in front of like TMZ cameras and shit, chilling and shit, like giving an obvious like
look what I'm doing kind of thing.
CIA murders, like CIA connected murders and shit like that. I'm like, come on, bro, it's fucking, they're all connected with that same shit.
Yeah, dog. I think it's ugly. I think to take advantage of even outside of women, I think to take advantage of anybody who's that young and that naive.
Well, because you get people that they say, okay, 16, 17 years old, you want it. And my thing is that you're still a kid, dude. Like, you're a kid.
I think, yeah, bro, you're a child. You're a child,
bro.
Like even in your 20s, dog. Like
your pineal gland.
Your pineal gland isn't even.
No, your vortex. The pineal vortex or that.
Some shit like that.
It's not fully developed until you're 25. And then you're telling me that a 40-year-old is fucking with a 16-year-old. You're telling me he's not gonna get her to do crazy shit. You know what's crazy is that Prince Andrews is on that.
They did kind of gas him a little bit.
Yeah,
on
they
that.
did get. He's gonna take the whole blame though. They're gonna because even they kicked that fool out of the house already. His mama.
Oh yeah. They exported him out the house.
You
Yeah.
gotta get the fuck out,
Prince
man.
Henry?
No,
Prince
Prince
Andrews.
Andrew. He took a picture with one of the girls who was accusing
One of the
him.
Epstein chicks. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that fucking. I got trafficked to him.
Yeah, but my cousin, he's really into all that like conspiracy shit. He's like same thing you're saying, bro. Like they didn't get into none of that fucking all the other shit.
They went after him.
Yeah,
That's it.
Mostly nobody else.
Yeah,
for sure,
He's like,
100%.
For sure, they didn't get into.
You know why?
none of
Because
those-
these niggas are still around, and some of these niggas actually got some power
They're
and
still
clout.
doing that shit.
Like, bro, like if you think about it, they could probably trim a good 10, 11 minutes on just the bullshit that Trump was doing with that nigga. They didn't do none of that.
No,
That's why Netflix has an agenda, bro.
I think
They don't want to.
Clinton. Bill Clinton was on the list 23 times.
Especially how you say like.
Oh, it's
back
it's all
in March, bro. What was the fucking thing in there at Netflix? What was the hottest shit on Netflix to watch back in March?
Tiger King.
Tiger King was hot.
That shit was hot.
Tiger
That shit was hot. That shit was hot, bro.
With all this shit that's going on, all the pandemic movies that came out of that.
Outbreak.
There was a what was it? Quarantine.
Quarantine.
Yeah, but
28 days later.
There was like how you saying it's an agenda.
Yeah, but that's 2012 though.
Bro, Netflix knows.
Like it was like boom, watch this. Like
because they
advertised that
money.
Shit. Of course, but
bro,
how he said
Quarantine. Well, there was another one. There was Quarantine. There was I saw another one. A female. 28 days later.
Yeah,
like bro, all kinds of shit. Like
how you're saying.
Contamination. All those movies, dog.
I'm waiting for like a zombie apocalypse to happen.
You and everybody else. Me too, nigga.
That's
shit.
what I'm waiting, man. Cause I'm gonna be the first one. I'm gonna be the first one to die.
Me too, nigga.
Cause I don't got no
The
guns.
Walking Dead. I haven't watched it in forever. But like they had a good point. He's like, "We're the Walking Dead. We're the zombies."
Okay.
At this
Do
point,
you watch Walking Dead?
We're
Do you
the
guys
ones
watch
that'll
it?
Be attacking you like a crazy animal.
I stopped watching after 2 seasons.
I stopped watching that shit after like season 2.
Yeah, that's where I stopped too.
Once it got like fucking like they stopped showing zombies. First of all, right? They stopped showing like
they did like 2 or 3 episodes that had no zombies.
Yeah,
in
I'm
it.
like, what's going on here? And then for some reason, the zombies are still like super strong. Oh no, they're not. They're still alive everywhere. So the only way they stay regenerative is when they eat people, right? Because they don't.
That's
eat
how they
people.
get their strength or whatever.
Yeah, but you go somewhere, they're super strong, and then
not
what?
like
some of them start weakening down, right?
No, there's behind all that. There's like a timeline with The Walking Dead. You see people more fresh in the beginning of the season.
Oh, you guys got to debate for a second.
Yeah. Okay. So let me tell you this then. Ask you this.
Look, it wants you, dog.
Don't go.
So basically,
Get in the middle.
basically, I was gonna say you see everybody fresh in the beginning of the season, right? And then towards the end, you see them with like decomposing because there's a timeline where the human body like starts to decompose.
Yeah, because they're not.
Whatever.
Yeah, because they're still dead technically. So eventually.
So over time.
So will they eventually die if they have all bone? Eventually they'll die, right? Once they get okay. So my thing is though, have they said what caused it?
I haven't gone that far.
Okay, this is the reason why it's still on. They don't know how to end it.
I think they
don't know how to end it, bro.
It came from a comic book. It has to have an ending.
I don't know, bro. That seems like way too long. I don't even think people even watch that fucking show anymore.
My sister,
God
I
damn
probably
it.
want to go back because I invested so much into it. I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, I gotta finish it.
Yeah, it's like 10 seasons still, and and you still don't know what caused it.
Yeah.
Still to this day, because they don't know how to fucking end it.
Because they get into like all like personal.
They were supposed to release it. They were supposed to show the cause like season 2, season 3, and they're no, let's milk it. They keep going. What's his name? George Romero's not even on there anymore. Like
he was never on there.
Yeah, the original one. What's his name?
Dead?
Yeah, who it was one of the zombie people. Whoever did whoever did Call of Duty Zombies. What's his name?
Oh, George
Romero.
He was on that?
No, he was like the director.
Oh, he died like a long time ago.
I know what I'm saying, but that's when it ended. Whenever he died, that's when that shit ended. And then he died and like, oh fuck, we don't know how to end it. Let's fucking milk it. Let's go. Let's bring in this guy with dreads. You know what I mean? Like, and this other guy with dreads.
Thinking, like they brought in all that because of the comic book, bro.
I don't know.
Like, I've never read the comic. I don't even know how it ends. I'm still on season 7. You know,
They
like,
should have ended at season 7. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. They should have ended it way back.
Yeah,
bro.
they
Like,
took way too much, bro.
That shit was nuts.
Way too much. That shit's stewy.
Yeah, I don't know.
That shit's stewy. Is my vape pen somewhere over there? This podcast is sponsored by drugs.
Sponsored by.
Drugs.
Brought to you by.
Go ahead.
It's a vape or CBD.
Vape.
So it's no.
Oh yeah, so you wanted to get on that topic. So what did you say? You asked me earlier if I vape.
Dude, like I'm gonna keep it like this. Like as far as like vape, like the nicotine or whatever the fuck, you know.
Oh, I don't know that.
So okay, see, so because vaping falls under two categories, right?
THC.
Vaping falls under like the people who just do it for the nicotine, and there's people who do it for the weed, right?
Mhm.
To get high.
There's also flavor, right? Is that part of that?
I think that's in the
That's
nicotine.
nicotine
Yeah.
part.
So my thing is like this. As far like for weed, I get it because you smoke, you work in an office, you stress out, cool, or you're driving, you can't get your car all crazy, all that. So I understand that. But as far as nicotine, I see kids doing it like teenagers, high school, all this other shit, and I'm like, bro, because I work with kids and I worked with I caught a couple of my kids with that shit. I'm like, you motherfucker. I'm like, you motherfucker. I'm like, give me that shit confiscated.
You can't smell shit.
Oh, with that. Oh, yeah, that's true.
But you can't smell it. But I caught the motherfuckers. I'm like, you motherfucker, get out of the bathroom. So, but there's the thing. It's like, I'm grown, dog. Like, I smoke cigarettes, I smoke cigars, I smoke blacks, all that shit. So I'm like, but and even like people in their 20s and 30s, they go, well, vaping's way healthier than smoking a cigarette.
They say
But-
shit about hookah.
I'm like, they say this, yeah, exactly. And my thing is like this. I'm like, well, just fucking smoke a cigarette or don't.
Yeah.
Like, don't do the healthy version of a bad thing. How about just don't do the bad thing?
If you're gonna be stupid, be all the way stupid.
I'm like, look,
Don't be that way stupid.
like, don't have one foot in, one foot out. Just smoke the fucking cigarette. You're young, fuck it. You know what I mean? And if your dumbass dies, who gives a fuck? More air for me, nigga. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Pick
but-
up that cigarette.
You know what I mean? So like, I don't do that, but I mean, I tried it, the whole vaping thing. Like, I got cousins who do like vaping, because they want to have the nicotine in their room, and they don't want my mom. I'm like, well, nigga, go around the corner and smoke a cigarette. Who gives a fuck? Like you're grown. Stop it. Like, if you're old enough to buy like nicotine, go, bro. Like, this generation is just so soft, my nigga. Like,
Technology.
no, bro, technology's fucking making everybody soft,
Yeah,
bro.
well, 'cause
Everyone's an internet
technology,
gangster.
right?
Everyone's all
What's that old quote? Like, society makes.
Oh
strong
no,
men,
yeah, the weak.
men.
Yeah, well,
Submissive.
weak times make strong men. Strong men make weak times.
Mhm. I mean, that's what it is.
Or
dog.
what
Like,
is it? Show me
in
show me a son of a great man, or show me a great man of a great son. I mean, fuck. Show me a great.
what, nigga?
Show me a great man from a great father.
A great man from a great,
Great
father.
father.
That sounds like a fucking riddle, nigga. I don't know.
Yeah, so because you can't, basically, so you got the father who's super great, but usually turns out their kids turn out shitty because
Because the father's
because the father's so great, because maybe he spends too much time being great and this and that,
great.
or usually they're spoiled, right? Like spoiled kids, the rich
Mm.
kids, they
Mm.
usually come out fucking
School.
depressed,
They're shooting them
up
schools,
schools and
yeah.
shit.
I don't know, dog. I think as far as like when you become a parent, I think your whole view of everything just
The
changes.
world changes.
And I get that. Like, your world changes. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
not mine.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck that, baby.
Fuck that shit.
But I mean, I think it's different, dog. I mean, as far as the vaping shit, like, I think don't do it. Just fucking, like, if it's not for weed, like, just smoke a fucking cigarette. Like, because you look like a pussy. Like, if you're smoking out here, just fucking, you look, you're smoking a menthol
And now they're
cigarette
getting
out
bigger,
of a fucking
bro.
box, bro. I seen like a big vape thing, bro. It looked like it was bigger than a bottle, bro.
Yeah.
Huge. I'm like,
robot dick.
and I'm like, well, why is this so? And I'm like, well, why is this so big? Like, they're like, well, I gotta have this much nicotine because I go crazy if I don't. I'm like, well, what the?
Bro, just smoke a black.
I'm like,
bro.
smoke two. I'm like, smoke one or two cigarettes, bro, and
But it's
coffee,
healthy.
and you're good.
But it's healthy.
It's healthier than a cigarette. Like, get the fuck out of here. You don't know shit. You
See,
know?
but that's brilliant with the tobacco companies because the tobacco companies own that shit.
Bro, tobacco companies have been trying to get the minors, the youth for so long. Because think about it, when Swishers and all that, when we were using that shit to smoke weed, What do they put in the front?
To this day.
To this day, bro, they put a
Right.
picture. They put a picture of grapes or cherries or strawberry to make it look fruity and make it look.
Man, that's some bullshit, dog. Because as a grown ass motherfucking man, I love grapes and cherries.
Mm. He's like, hey, grape Jolly Ranchers,
Grape jelly ranchers and shit. Ain't no motherfucker. Fuck. When I go
cherry Starburst.
when I get my swishes and shit, better have a grape on it because I'm a grown man who loves grape. Give me that fucking purple drink.
I'm more.
Shit.
You know, for kids. That's just me.
I'm more of a kiwi kind of guy. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But bro, it's like bro, they have vape nicotine flavors of cereal.
Yeah.
And what does cereal appeal to? Fucking kids.
Fucking kids.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The cereal boxes, if you notice the ones that are healthy, they kind of like
Hella dull.
don't have anything.
They don't have shit.
Hella plain.
Right?
They don't have a
Cereal.
mascot. They don't have a fucking. They don't have Captain Crunch.
It's all white box, black
And
letters,
if you
cereal.
notice- if you notice the cereal, they're looking down. They're always looking down. They're always like.
Oh
looking
yeah,
down.
yeah. Because the
like,
kids.
where they point
you're
them
like
at,
this.
it's like kids are looking up, kind of shit. Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I can see that.
They attract that like
Mm.
eye contact with like cereal.
See, but that's marketing. That's
of
brilliant.
course, but like what's
Brilliant.
behind that? That's like what's behind that evil content.
You know who I heard invented that shit? You know Charles Darwin, the guy with the whole Darwinism, the whole
Yeah. The guy
survival
who
of the fittest and shit like
is
that.
the evolution theory, right?
Yeah.
The guy
his
who
nephew.
thinks we all were fish a long time ago.
Or apes.
Yeah,
or-
came from.
Apes or fish? It was one of the
It's
fucking.
well, if you're ape, you came from a fish.
Uh,
Evolution comes from bacterial form, and eventually comes up after thousands of
Mhm.
years, and you become what we are now.
how do you
Well,
feel?
I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know.
How do you feel about that? You think it's for real?
I think so. I might when it comes to that kind of stuff, like religion or anything like that. I put it in one phrase: is science. It's God's how. That's pretty much
That's
how
a good way to put it, yeah.
science is God's how. When someone, how did God do that? Well, technically, there's science, so
Hmm.
right. So that's how he did it. To say
Yeah.
he just did it better than the fucking scientist next to you. Like that's just the way why can't it be together? Why can't science and religion coexist and say
Yeah.
this is how you fucking did it? You
True.
put this molecule here and you fucking became this.
Because it's not profitable or ideal for one or the other to kind of like to coexist.
To say yeah.
Like why can't there be as many fucking Targets as there is Walmarts? Because they can't coexist.
You can't go this. One's
Yeah.
always gonna be better than the other.
Exactly.
And this is why there's prices.
And why can't there be Coke and Pepsi?
God damn it! You know what? Speaking of that though, like, well, I think we operated at one time too. So what do you think about like this monopolizing big companies? The big companies breaking up big companies. There's one thing I've been saying. How come for us in California? I'm not too sure how other states work. In California, there's only one electric company,
PG&E, yeah.
right? Why is that only? It's not a city operated. It's not state ran. It's nothing. It's just one fucking competitor, one company, and that's why they fuck us over. That's why if you're in California, your power goes out, it will take you forever to get your fucking power back. Take you forever. You call them. They don't even answer the phone. It's a fucking automatic.
It's a machine.
It's a fucking system. Like, bitch, I'm paying all this money. You can't even have someone to answer the fucking phone.
Mm.
They do. I hate that shit. But the reason why they do that is because they don't have a fucking Pepsi to a Coke.
Mhm.
They don't have the competitors to be like, oh, we give you fucking cheaper gas and fucking electricity.
Yeah.
And then you get into bigger companies, the Amazons, fucking buying everything, buying Whole Foods, buying fucking. What do you think about that? You don't
Amazon.
you think it's
Amazon,
okay? You think it's okay for 2 or 3 companies to own the world? It went from 11 to like 3 now and shit.
Mhm. I think it's fine.
You agree with that?
The only reason I agree with it is like I think less cooks in the kitchen, the faster we get our plate.
But you don't think it has to do with the programming of issues? The same way we talk about manipulation and how you get stirred to
and
something?
that's the thing. It's like because there's less people in power, those few people that are in power
Have the power.
have more. You know what I mean?
Have the power.
Have the power.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that's fine. You know why? Because when there's some shit that happens, you know who to fucking blame. Is it easier to pick out the suspect out of the 11 or out of the 3?
Or would it be that once you find out who's to blame, you can't do nothing because there's no one.
Because they have all the power or
You
whatever.
can't. So it's with they're too big to fail. 2008, the banking systems.
Mm.
We had to bail them out. We had to give them money because they're too big. Because they're too big.
We need them.
We need them, and if we don't take them, the whole world's fucking fucked.
Well, that's where I think social media comes into play.
What do you mean?
It's like, think about it like this. Okay, let's say the owner of company A has that controls, let's say, 80% of the United States banks, right?
Mhm.
And there's that one guy, we'll call him whatever the fuck,
Joe Blow over here.
Joe Blow.
Mhm.
Joe Blow, fucking Kokomo. He, and let's say he fucks up somehow, and there comes some allegations about him,
Raping bitches.
raping bitches,
Okay.
right? And and then that system falls into play. Well, we need him. He's too big. Like da 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 da.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. We bail him
His
out.
Company.
His company is, and then let's say we get in, and then a year, 2 years blows over, and then he's still back in the power seat. But now he might still have power, but now we know. But now we know about this nigga now.
See, but my thing is, it's not the person. See, because you're looking at the face of the company. I'm talking about the company itself. Because now in America, companies are alive, right? You could get rid of that guy, Joe Blow,
Yeah, right.
raping bitches and dumping them in.
But as long as the
dumping
company
them in
still
dark
runs,
alleys.
that's
as
it.
long as you get Joe Ho to come run that business, you're good. But the business still runs the same. So controlling political views, like
Right.
Facebook, right? They're getting a bunch of shit for not wanting to ban
Well,
Trump.
I mean,
or
if
some shit like that.
if you think about it, like monopolizing has been going on for so long, and then you're right, it's getting worse and worse and bigger.
And now they're not paying taxes, even more taxes on owning the money. Like fucking what's his name, Bezos.
But Jeff Bezos,
yeah, he doesn't pay shit for taxes to what he actually makes.
Mm-hmm.
He makes so much money. He's put like a time or clock inside of a wall or some shit inside of a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Like bitch,
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
That's some crazy shit.
Get that shit back to the States.
Like, that's some crazy ass shit. Like, think about it.
That's pretty cool.
Well, who has an idea? That's cool, but you shouldn't do it.
We should do it, bro. You're not paying taxes over here.
Look, if I had money,
like, come on.
Look, Jeff Bezos should
team up with Tesla. Fucking somewhere.
And fucking get me money.
Like, he needs to find a planet that has habitable qualities of life.
Elon?
And exactly, just like my nigga Elon said. And like send maybe 1 million of us, and then we'll go build. There's gonna be a lot of Mexicans over there because them motherfuckers gonna build a lot of like houses and shit. Yeah. So they go over there, and then we populate. You know what I mean?
So racist.
And that's it. And then and now on Earth, but on Earth, a ticket to go there, it's like $500 million.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'll tell you this: I won't be the first one to go to Mars.
Boston Paradise, and you have Chris Tucker come out.
Well, see, I'm more of a believer that they're gonna find the Earth to terraform. Terrorize.
They'll terrorize it after a while. Yeah.
If there's people there, or if some kind of fucking life form, they're gonna terrorize that bitch and then terraform it.
Well,
bring our lazy fucks out there.
It's the Thanos theory, dog. Like humans, bro.
You lost me,
bro. We're lost. We're a disease. We're a disease, dog.
I like the Matrix theory.
Man, that's Godzilla. That's Godzilla.
Look, humans need to be put in check. We need to be put in check. There hasn't been a giant earthquake in California like they said there was gonna be for the past 10 years.
Now we got coronavirus.
Now we have coronavirus, but think about it. I think if coronavirus in the next 2 months wiped off 30% of the whole population in the United States, I'd be cool with it.
United States? Why would it be the United States?
Because we got the biggest numbers already.
Yeah, man, but fuck the world.
Okay, let's say
all of Indonesia dies.
I'm cool with that. I don't know no niggas out there.
Yeah,
but
don't be surprised if something happens like on the holiday.
Oh, for sure.
What holiday?
4th.
Like maybe the 4th.
Oh,
tomorrow.
Nah, I don't know. I don't think nothing happened. I think something happened like next month. Something more. Because they're giving us a month off.
I hope not.
They're giving us a month off. They're like, hey, all right, guys, I'll enjoy this.
I don't see no spaceships. It's not Independence Day yet.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Will Smith. What do you think about that?
What? Independence
Smith,
Day, Will Smith?
What do you mean?
You hear about that?
Oh, his wife with August Alsina, the R&B dude.
Damn. And chowing and all that.
Bro. So basically,
I thought it was a girl, Augustina. I thought he let his girl fuck a girl.
Nah.
So, Will, what's wrong with you?
What? I am legend, my.
I am legend, you liar.
Shit.
Boy, go ahead, bro.
So from what I know about the story, and maybe I don't know all the facts, but August Alsina is a R&B artist who was hot a while back. He hasn't had any songs or big hits lately.
I'd say it big, bro.
but he made so this is the thing is I don't know how he got into the Smith circle, but basically he became friends with Jada Pinkett Smith. And hanging around their kids and all this other shit, taking Snapchat filters together and shit like that. and then more and more of them start to resurface, and then now allegations and people are whispering like, I think she fucked that motherfucker.
Oh,
Like,
so you think he tried to save
but
face?
but he tried to say, so August put out a tweet or something like that saying like, I got permission for Will, and that's it. He put it out like
freak,
that.
bro. Will's a freak.
But hold on, and then he came out 2 days later saying, he's like, as friends, like to be. I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, you sent out that tweet on purpose to confuse niggas.
Yeah.
You got permission for what? What are you talking about? He just said, I got permission from Will.
Yeah, it's because he didn't want to say Will's a freak, dog. Because Will's a family man. He got to make fuck I Am Legend 2.
He's gotta make Wild Wild West 2.
He gotta make Wild Wild West 2, dog. He can't be I'm a freak.
You know he was supposed
I Robot.
He be
fun fact, he was supposed to be the fucking original Neo.
Oh, he was, and then he did Wild Wild West instead. Yeah.
He
and
fucked
he made
up.
Wild Wild West instead. I'm like,
And that movie was ass.
Good fucking movie.
Good move.
You like Wild West?
I like fucking Keanu Reeves.
Keanu
Oh, Keanu Reeves is dope.
Yeah, I love that guy in that role.
Bro,
I love Keanu.
You saw him in John Wick? John Wick
yeah,
was
John
dope.
Wick.
So here's another theory. Supposedly, that's fucking John Wick is Neo reset. So
Reset in the Matrix?
In the Matrix.
Oh, then they're gonna bring back the Matrix.
They are making Matrix.
Oh.
Matrix 4, they shot a bunch of it in the
San
city.
Francisco,
Yeah.
so-
And then he's gonna be like John Wick. He's gonna talk to his dog, and then the dog's
He's gonna bring his dog.
It's all Morpheus.
Morpheus, I'm back.
His dog's talking and it's Morpheus' voice.
Make blueberry pancakes.
I'm higher than
Right
a
now.
motherfucker. But to be honest with you, I think if Will was on the Matrix, I think it wouldn't be the same.
You know, Will was supposed to play Django, right? Well, he was supposed to.
I like Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx, man.
And I'm like a tough critic on Jamie.
I don't
Yeah.
really. The only reason I like Jamie is because he's so multi-talented. Like he's a great
Yeah,
actor, he's a great
yeah.
comedian, and he can sing.
I love Jamie Foxx on the hotel show he was on back in the day.
Oh, the Jamie Foxx show.
Jamie
Yeah,
Foxx show.
the Jamie Foxx show. He was
used to
funny.
watch
I liked
it
him in
all
Living
the time.
Color too. Yeah,
Like
he was
Bank
funny.
Girl.
But I think what song? He was on a Kanye song a while back that was hella good.
When he's singing the chorus.
Yes. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
I forgot what it's called, but I know he's on.
Gold Digger. Gold Digger.
Celebrity, no?
No, that's Twister.
That's
No,
Twister.
but it's Twister and Jamie Foxx.
He's on a couple.
Are you
songs,
sure?
man. They're pretty
No, you're
good.
talking about Slow Jams. No, not Slow
No,
Jams.
Slow Jams is a good jam.
Slow Jams is a dope song. Yeah, slow.
I
think it's Gold Digger.
He's like in the video, he's like, hey, tell me you can do it faster. He's like, I can't do it that fast. It's Kanye, but it's also Jamie singing the chorus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, okay, you might be right. Yeah. Yeah, that was a dope song.
Hey,
They don't make music anymore.
They don't make music anymore.
They don't make good music anymore. But I mean, as far as like, Will might be a freak, dog.
He's a freak, bro.
He's a freak.
And he can't say that because he's probably still like Disney owned and shit.
He's big family, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
come on, he's not what the fuck. He starts like slinging dick videos and shit.
Mhm.
Nah, bro, he should be the guy back watching that dude slinging.
I'm waiting for him to come out and. I'm waiting.
I'm like, who's this fool smacking, man? 'Cause
That's what I'm
he's
saying.
like, I
That
don't
fool's
know shit
just
about that chick.
He's probably
Look,
fucking some like
he got
real
so-
famous.
he's
I
fucked
bet
so
you he
much.
smashed Kim Kardashian or
He's
some
fucked
shit.
so much, bro. He's getting bored. Yeah, you can fuck somebody. I'll watch it. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. Are you gonna watch me next week, baby?
For sure.
There's so
Like
much
Arnold
money.
in, what's that? True Lies?
True Lies.
Fuck it.
Fuck it, bro.
Get dog.
Oh shit!
Touch your hair.
You know who should
Boy,
have?
Arnold.
Hey, he was on Slow Jams, you're right.
He was right.
Yeah, Slow
Okay.
Jams, that's
See,
the
Slow
one.
Jams and Gold Digger. I think he was Gold Digger.
I think
Yeah.
Gold.
Yeah. Because he was basically he redid the vocals from
From what's his
Yeah.
name?
from an old ass singer. I can't remember his
Yeah,
fucking name
what's
though.
his name?
Was it Ray Charles?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray Charles.
Ray Charles.
Yeah.
He did Jamie Foxx did Ray Charles.
He played. Yeah,
He
he
played as a
played
movie,
in the
too.
movie. Yeah.
Um,
Fucking
See, Django and Will Smith. Will Smith. I wouldn't be able to see like Will Smith saying like Negro this. And,
and you know what's funny?
I
too?
like the way you die, boy.
You know
yeah.
what's funny too? Every time Leonardo would finish a scene after he's saying like, nigga this, nigga that, and then he'll tell everybody, and then
Sorry.
Yeah, he'll tell Samuel Jackson.
He's like, I'm sorry,
And
I'm
he's
sorry.
like, sorry, Samuel. Like, he's like, man, we been hearing that shit for like 150 years. Like,
Good old Samuel.
like what he say? He's like, we hear that shit every Tuesday. It's like, don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
I read it, I was like, oh wow.
Good old Samuel.
Samuel Jack.
Shit.
That was funny.
Yeah, bro. I've been trying not to like jack off in the shower lately, dog. Cause
You
like,
still jacking off in showers?
bro,
I can't do that, bro.
what do you mean,
My imagination's
bro?
like,
How often are you butt ass naked? It feels good to like be butt ass naked and just jerk.
I don't know, but my imagination's It had the porno.
What do you mean? Are you saying your imagination not sharp
It's
anymore?
not. It's like doesn't get aroused
He
no
needs
more.
that modern day, what do you call it? Fluffy? What do
The
you
the
call it?
the,
Yeah.
the fifi, the
I need that visual
And then,
aspect now.
What do you call it? That's waterproof now, right?
It's waterproof and
The
shit.
fleshlight?
You need that in the shower.
Nah, bro. I'm fucking a loofah.
We're fucking walls now, bro.
Put some conditioner on it
What's
so it's
your
all
head?
soft. Nah, bro. No, so the reason I stopped jerking in the shower is because like the other day, bro, I busted a load in the shower real quick, and I remember because I took a minute. It took a minute. Usually, like if it's just my imagination. Shout out to the Temptations.
Imagination.
Like,
I guess you jerked to them, huh?
so, hey, with slow music, hey, that's hella sad. If you jerk off to love songs, that's
in
hella
the shower? Yeah, yeah.
That's hella sad.
You can't tell if you're crying. It's your brain.
No, so I busted one out, bro, and what happened was I was doing it. So you know how you face the shower head? I was facing away from the shower head.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
So so the water's in your ass and your back, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
That
when
got weird.
So
Don't you hate it? No.
so I busted a thick one, right? I didn't think so. Like you know when it's like the crema de elote, I was like, whoop, and it came out crazy, right? So the reason the towards the back of the shower wasn't wet because I was blocking all the water with my body. So I went, you know what I mean? I spit the venom out.
Stuck there.
You know, so it stayed right on the little corner of the tub, right? So I was like, cool, I'm good, right? So I turned around and started washing myself. But the thing was, I don't know what happened. The water got hella hot, so I stepped back, and I fucking stepped right all over the children, and I just went, yeet, you know, like
You slipped.
I slipped on my own pile of jizz, and I just went, yeet, and I.
Fucking kids trying to murder you, bro.
They came back. So after that, I'm like, I'm done with this. I'm not doing this anymore.
I can't do
This
this
guy's a
shower.
pre-shower jerk. Pre-shower. Because then it
remember
helps you
last
feel more
time.
relaxed, dog.
Yeah, when you're in the shower, right? In the jacuzzi feeling?
Jacuzzi.
Beat up.
You ever- you ever-
In the jacuzzi,
you ever-
Beat up in the jacuzzi.
You ever go to somebody's swimming pool and you just stick your dick in the jet? All day.
Did you ever go to my house?
Like, I don't got a pool, but
He's like, you got my pool pregnant,
Don't
nigga.
I gotta have a pool for some reason.
There's something clogging the drain for some reason. I don't know.
Stro, you knew about that?
You're like, that's.
No.
Nah, I remember my neighbor when I was growing up, right across the street, he had a pool. I used to fuck the shit out of his jet, the fucking little pool jet. Because that water on that pressure on your, like, it hits right on the corner, right on the rust bucket.
That's the tank, bro.
Right on the press bucket.
Right there where it's the sun on top.
Because if you spread right in the right way, the bubbles they hit the crack of your tank, you know, right there, the little base.
So speaking of porn and all this stuff, so you said something earlier though, right? You said something earlier about how the chicks making money off of fucking
Oh yeah, so
off of like camp soda,
yeah, so
fans only,
yeah. There's been
me.com. Maybe all shit.
Are you alone?
Are you alone? Lonely.com. Here I am.
girl next door. Nah, bro. So
But it's amazing how you can make money off that shit.
bro, I see bitches I went to high school with who got an OnlyFans account, and you pay. My God, you pay.
Just imagine.
That's how she makes her money.
And you pay $10-15 a month, right? And bro, I'm like, I used to sit in front of this bitch in history class. Now she's over here just like
spraying.
Bro, she's over here waxing her bean like hella tough, like just light switches, like all like. And I'm like, damn, I'm like, this is some shit. So, but bitches actually make big money off of that.
Money off that.
And
like I was saying, 17 grand a month average. I think.
Dude, check it out.
That's a lot. I feel like that's too much.
That's like
I feel like the average bitch doesn't make
that's
that
like
much.
if you like
I feel like yes,
or like
yes,
Jada Stevens or some shit.
yes, or a
You know
Bella
what I mean?
Danger, yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
You know
I
what
love
I'm
her. I
saying?
just
I
recently
love
got into
Bella.
her. Yeah, she's good.
I've been there
Who's
for.
this?
Who's this?
Pull her up.
Put up a Bella Danger.
No, just ask. Well,
Just don't
what is
OnlyFans, salary.
what is the average OnlyFans salary monthly?
Oh, okay. So check this out though. Yeah, so look that up. So during the coronavirus, right when everybody got their stimulus check, you know was the one thing that went up? Porn.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody started paying those fan only shits because you're lonely as fuck. And then what makes you feel more fucking wanted is then a girl looking at the camera supposedly talking to you, right? Yeah. But they make good money, bro.
Well, bitches are making money, dog.
Like if you see it when they go ding 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 ding, all those dings, that's fucking money.
That's motherfuckers are tipping.
You're getting breaded right there.
That's what I'm saying, dog. And
girls have it easy, dog.
This is the thing that's crazy to me is that the average bitch who is like maybe not even that attractive.
What if she's like a 6, 5 years?
Maybe she's a 6, and because of the filter, she's maybe 6.8.
She's a 5 turns into a 6.5.
I'll fuck a 5.
Right?
I'll fuck a 5.
Okay, they say she's a 4, now she turns to a 5 because of the filter.
Bro, I'll fuck a 4.
All right, so your nigga ain't lower, babe. What are you I'll fuck a dog, bro.
A dog with 2 legs.
She dog got some titties.
Fuck a dog with tits.
So you get what the fuck was I saying? Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. Totally forgot. I was just titties threw me off. Dog titties.
So look, so porn went up because quarantine plus a stimulus check.
So you get all this porn movement, and then now, how we said. So what's gonna stop that? That's what I was gonna get to. So now you're gonna get the fucking robots and all that shit coming in.
Yes.
I thought virtual reality was gonna take over it, right? Because they have virtual reality porn. You put on the goggles and shit, and then fucking you like check the girl out and all that shit. That was
Oh shit! Never mind.
Yeah, I told you it was too much.
Like, no.
What, Bella Danger?
Keep on your point.
I'm talking about Bella Danger shit. He's like, oh shit.
Oh man, I just gotta count.
Yeah, so I'm signing up right now.
So I originally thought that it would be like the virtual reality shit taking over, but I think the robots I think people love the feeling of some shit. So
the sensation.
So if you make the skin real, not actually like murdering bitches and put it on.
Bro, I've had a fleshlight, dog. I've had a legit fleshlight. This is where I fucked up. I shared my fleshlight with 2 of my niggas. Fuck yeah.
Prison?
He's like, were you locked up?
Locked up? Dog, yesterday, dog.
They don't give a specific number on here.
No?
But they say you keep like 80% of what you make.
Okay, so okay, that's true.
I'm gonna take a Wiz Khalifa real quick.
Go ahead. See, but this is where I think.
We get that. So yeah, go ahead.
So I think it depends on how many followers you got. It depends on how famous you are or how bad you are. You know what I mean? Or how much promo you got or content you got. If you look right, motherfucker's gonna pay you that $20. But the cool thing about OnlyFans with bitches is they can pick how much they want to charge.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
It ranges to 10.
It's usually like around $10. You know what I mean?
But like how you say, if they're bad bitches, bro, they're fucking, they're up in that shit.
Bro, $25 a month, bro. You get like you get an average. I don't know, maybe
average fucking Joe fucking will pay for that shit. Bro.
Oh, for sure, bro. For sure. And you get $100, bro, like a month, like off of 4 people. Like, bro, you're cool right there already. Yeah. And now you expand and shit like that. It's like bitches are just like right now is the time for bitches to make
that, right? Because how you guys saying it might just die down. And like it's honestly
it is gonna die down. You know why? Because there's gonna be more and more bitches gonna get on this.
Yeah.
And then but the thing is the more and more content there's gonna be on these sort of websites, the more it's gonna leak onto the free websites, and then it's gonna be pointless.
True.
You know what I mean? That's why like no one pays for like porn accounts. You just go on the porn website and watch the shit for free. Yep. Now these videos are gonna end up on there, and then why would I pay for your shit if I can see your shit over here?
You're totally right. There are only certain few that are gonna make that money off of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's gonna put it out there for the fucking masses.
Mm-hmm.
So. And you're right. Like I think technology is gonna take this out.
Oh, for sure.
For sure, bro. It's gonna be like right now. The time for them to make all that money.
Have you ever had a Fifi or a fleshlight?
No.
Dog, try it. Don't knock it till you try it, dog.
Out of this world, bro.
Don't knock it till you try it, bro. I'm telling you right now.
I'm trying to get the avatar.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Like looking back at like
my jack off years,
my Fifi years, bro. My fleshlight has had. Like me and her have had some good times. It's all beat. I gotta like talk to it.
All abused and shit.
I sleep with it.
Sorry, I know I abused you.
So you keep like 80%.
Which is, 80%? I mean, think about $8 out of 10. Like, I ain't
They
fucking
books.
bad.
Oh yeah. So that's what I'm saying, man. So girls got it easy when it comes to certain shit.
Bro, I know bitches on there who like they don't even. All they do is shower on camera. That's it.
Dude, there's bitches on there just show fucking feet. Just all they do is like, oh, here's my feet. Check it out. And then
There's
dudes,
niggas that are into that shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dudes are into some weird shit.
There's niggas that are into some weird shit.
People-
There's niggas who are into like balloon popping.
Men are animals.
Like fucking crotch jumping.
Oh,
Like,
dude, I don't know how
shit
people.
like that,
I don't know
bro,
how your
like,
nuts don't
What the fuck is
explode.
what is crotch jumping?
Oh, well, just jump on your crotch.
What does that mean?
So I'm gonna step on the ladder. I'm gonna get on the ladder, right? You're gonna lay there.
Hold on, but is it you? But is it you or is it like
No,
a
the
female?
guys, they like to get like their nuts stomped on.
Oh
I
shit!
can't fucking understand that point.
I don't get how your nuts don't explode. I don't get it.
Physical thing.
I don't get it.
I don't know.
I don't get it, bro.
I don't
Because
get
when I
the
hit my nuts,
physicality
it feels
of it.
like, oh god, they exploded. Now you're literally,
Yeah. That's all bad.
That's fucking brutal. I don't know how
Ugh.
people. You know what's weird about that? A lot of the times it's the dominatrix and shit like that. The chicks that do around beating motherfuckers and shit. It's usually like
Like
alpha
abuse
dudes.
or whatever.
Yeah, but it's usually like a CEO, like owners of big companies and
Like
shit.
bosses.
Like dudes with power, right?
Because they want to feel what
And
it's like. To
that
be
goes
submissive.
into your submissive gene,
Mhm.
right? I mean, I don't know. I don't.
No,
believe in
you're
the
right.
submissive gene,
You're right. Yeah.
But it goes into that theory
Mhm.
of being super alpha male, telling everybody shut the fuck up and listen to me.
But
At the
behind
end of
closed
the day,
doors.
they still want to be treated in a certain way
Mm.
to be fucking.
So yeah, I can
pissed
see
on
that.
and shit.
I can see that.
You know what
I
I
can
mean?
see that.
But
Like,
to get your nuts stomped on, Jesus Christ.
see, like,
With stilettos and shit, I'm telling you, bro.
look, if I'm gonna pay for any sort of sexual anything, it's definitely not to get my nuts crushed.
But what if you have so much sex that that's what gets you off now, right? Because you have millions of dollars
And you're always fucking.
and you're just fucking left and right, right? For 20 years, you have millions.
I don't
want
want to fuck that much.
You say that now because you don't got millions of dollars.
Look, I don't want to fuck that much. Look,
But when you
give me,
got
give me,
fans
look,
only hitting
give
you
me
up,
at most twice a day. I don't even think that's that much.
I'll be real with you. I do not want to be like I'm gonna fuck every day. It's just
There's
not,
some days where I just don't want to fuck.
I just some days I'm cool like 3-4 times a week.
Okay.
5 times a
okay.
week. You know
See,
what
that's
I'm
not
saying?
even bad either.
You know what I mean?
that's
I'm
not
not.
even
It's not. I'm not like.
I'm saying at my most, I could probably, because I've been in
when I
places.
fuck.
I've been in places in my life where I went.
I'm
Like-
tired.
He said, I get tired.
I get tired.
I would say I'd say the
3 days.
most I've ever fucked was probably like a 3 or 4 month period where it was 2 to 3 times a day every fucking day. And you know the whole period
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
that
yeah.
didn't slow any nigga down.
Nah,
You know, so
Yeah, but that's when I was, like 19 and shit. I don't give a fuck. You just trying to fuck. Nah, I was like 20 something. Like 21, 22.
that's what I'm talking about. But I'm like,
Like you just do it 3-4
so
times
you're
a
saying it's an
day.
age thing?
Maybe I think, but I think it could go to either one, right? Because you can have so much sex where sex is like, it's cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, but now you know what it is. Like maybe that's my thing, or it could turn into like,
He probably
Yeah,
got
so
exposed
much-
to it too early.
so when you
That's
got
why-
so much sex, so 2 ways, right? You have so much sex that it turns into like whatever, and then it has so much sex turns into that's all you want.
So it's addictive or normalized.
Yeah, and I think on my side it'll probably be more normalized.
I can see that.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And then
okay,
more
yeah.
people, then you got fools that just, nah, fucking, like, tase my nuts, tase nuts.
car battery.
Come on. That's why you go get the truck. you know what I'm saying?
I think I don't know. I think okay. Now let's get real personal. What's the most submissive thing you've done sexually?
Most I've done some.
And the only reason I'm asking you is because I'm like, okay, depending on what this nigga says, it's gonna depend on what.
I can't one up.
I'm put you on the spot, nigga. Some for sure.
I'm not too sure what submit. I mean, you get,
Okay, well,
you get like a booty
okay,
licking.
well, what?
You get
Okay,
like a booty licking. That's probably like most submissive I could probably say.
you had your
that's-
ass licked.
Yeah.
hey, make sure you keep that pause in there too. He goes, yeah.
Pause. That's that shit was proud.
I
Yeah.
like your reaction.
No, because it was a moment of silence.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
good.
I would get you sweating.
And it's zooming on his face is all red. No, look, hey, I wouldn't. There's no shame in that game. Let me tell you why. I've had my ass eaten,
Yeah, that's
bro,
what I
like
mean.
a
That's what I
buffet,
mean,
like
man.
a fat nigga at hometown. Like,
yeah, that's the most submissive that I could say, unless you're getting the finger in your butt.
well, nah. Look, my thing is like this. Like,
Bullshit, gotta be-
oh, breaking news.
That's all you can bro.
See,
You gotta take the breadstick. No.
the Olive Garden breadstick. It's not even fresh. It's stiff. It's a stale breadstick.
Come on, bro.
Nah. See, look, I'm good with getting my ass ate by a female and everything, but
It ain't
as
gay
long
if it's
as
a girl doing it.
it ain't gay if it's a girl doing it. See, and this thing is like, as long as nothing, including the tongue, goes in, nothing goes in. But if you want to,
No penetration.
look, if you want to polish the gate, cool. If you want to wax the gate, cool. If you want to repaint the gate, that's cool.
Good,
but no one gets in. But there's no entry.
It's private property.
Security is tight. Security is tight, nigga.
Zero
Fuck that.
entrance.
I mean, other than like getting
Abandoned building.
other than getting my ass ate, I've had my toes sucked. Now, but I didn't ask for it. Like bitches went for it.
I can't do it because I get grossed out. I don't like feet.
You fucking can't.
I don't like feet.
Kick her in the head.
You dirty hoe! She should lick my ass. You dirty hoe!
Stop it. How dare you?
Yeah, I can't. I like the 4-year-old version. I kiss her in the
Bro, I used to fuck with some chick, bro, who it's kind of weird, and I think this happens with more girls than would like to admit it. Who she would like to get fucked with me on top, but right before she would like bust, she'd want me to tickle her. She would keep her arms above her head.
That's weird.
And tickle her as she just.
Tickle me out, huh?
Is that some shit?
Tickle her ass or tickle
her armpits, bro? Armpits. Like her neck and her chest and her armpits.
That's weird.
That's some weird shit.
That's kind of weird. Like to stop. That's weird just for the action.
No, but like while I was hitting.
Yeah. But while you're hitting it, to think about it. Okay. Tickle time. You know what I'm saying?
That's what my Theo called it. Sneaky uncle.
Oh, you know Theo Hector?
Pastor Jones.
Pastor Jones.
Oh, y'all know Pastor Jones?
Ay, Father O'Malley. I can't go to church.
Oh man.
I mean, like I've had my toes sucked, but that was out the blue. Like I didn't ask for that.
Yes, I can't do that.
So I could because I'm not a ticklish nigga. I'm a real nigga. But like, you know what I mean? Like
gross.
Right? You know, her sticking her tongue between the toes. You know where all the gunk is?
That's gross. Dirty bitch.
You know, all that masa.
Man, I wear black socks. You probably get a black lint.
You get hella sock lint in her teeth.
Yeah, look at that girl. Dang.
Nah, I was with this, and they're like, bro, like, you know what's weird is like girls who like to be like smacked and hair pulled and choked and shit like that. I'm cool with that. I got no problem with that.
I can do that.
But when a bitch, and without like me asking for it, when a bitch tries to pull some shit like that on me,
like hitting you,
like hit, choke, or like,
I don't like when they try to choke me. I've done that when they were like, I'm just hitting it, whatever, and then like they kind of, I don't like it.
She's like, you're more like, give me.
Like throws me off, bitch. Punch a hole.
Fuck around and get killed naked.
Liver missing, wake up in a bathtub full of ice.
Yeah. I could, yeah. What the fuck? I remember was getting choked.
Good as not.
Shit.
All I remember was getting choked out.
Nah, I've had females who.
No punching though. I haven't had that. I've done like the super.
I've socked a bitch, but it had nothing to do with sex. But yeah.
I've done that twice.
Brought us at the club.
I might have done that twice.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'll never hit a woman, but I'll smack a bitch.
That's my man. If a girl come at you, running.
Obviously, got deserved that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is like this, like,
because a girl can knock you out, bro.
Yeah,
a girl can knock you out. Like if you're at a club and you're like, I'm not gonna hit this girl, and she swings at you, she knows how to throw a punch. She could knock you the fuck out.
Yeah.
Easy. If you're just standing there like, nah, I'm cool. I'm not trying to. Bah! She hits you in the number. You go down, bro. Yeah. If a girl knows how to hit, like you telling me, Amanda, you telling me, no, yeah, she comes out like, bad. You're telling me you come out of club and you see Amanda Nunes and she just hits in your fucking face. You're not getting knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, but not every bitch knows how to hit like Amanda Nunes.
How do you don't know, man?
I mean, I don't know, but
brothers.
She got 6 brothers, but she's gonna fight you first. No,
or you just trying to be a gentleman. I'm not gonna hit her. Yeah. And she just hits you right in the chin on the number. Who actually she takes a fucking Taibo class fool.
See, see, that's the thing about fight. I'm gonna get canceled right now.
You got Taibo class?
Tybo's hello. Is that Billy Blake? Is that Billy Blake? No, that buff.
Oh God, he said
I remember Tybo. I remember Tybo. Yeah. Billy Blake. I remember that nigga. I remember him.
He's the first.
Shout out Billy Blake.
The first Wesley Snipes.
See, that's the thing when it goes to like physical confrontation with a woman. It's like you can't win because like if you win,
you lose.
think about it. You beat up a girl, and if you get your ass whipped, you got beat up by a girl.
Yeah.
Transgender, then it's like.
And then it's hands on. Fuck it, anything goes.
And then one chick was winning all these trophies.
Fallon Fox girl? No.
No, it was like an actual girl winning trophies.
What's her name? What's that MMA fighter who's
Fallon Fox?
Falcon. There's another one that was before her, wasn't it? Wasn't it Cyborg, right?
No, that bitch is a girl.
She's a girl?
She's a girl on roids.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she's on roids.
That bitch is huge,
yeah,
dog.
yeah.
No shit.
She'll fuck you up.
I've seen her at a weigh-in.
She'll fuck you up.
Imagine her taking a look at you, bro.
Whammy.
She'll knock me the fuck
Look,
out.
I don't give a fuck. Look, I'm
up.
cool. I'm cool with a bitch knocking me out as long as it shows that I like swung at least once. Like fuck that. Fuck that. Bitch, you're not windmilling.
Like, you pull through right and shit. Fuck.
Nah, I don't know. You know, it's such a weird feeling though to get knocked out. Like I've
never been knocked.
For real? Like lights out?
No, I never. I've been choked out.
You've never been knocked out.
Nah, I've been choked out.
Like passed out, like
passed out, like out and hit the floor. Yeah, this was dead like 4 times. Like
one time.
What do you mean on purpose? What does that mean?
Like,
three times.
Yeah, you a freak, nigga? You a freak? You're a freak. You're a freak.
Are you back to that one question?
So you had a bitch choke you out?
So we're talking about submissive, right?
No, it's like a random cow. Like he was like gonna like.
Asian dude in high school.
He just said, "Let me choke you out."
Yeah.
And you were like, "Fuck it, I need some milk money."
Literally, that's how I went. I swear to God.
Where'd you go? Hold on. So without you telling me, I'm gonna assume you went to either lick. Hold on, don't say shit. I'm gonna assume you either went to lick.
That's funny.
You either went to Lick or Oak Grove or Andrew Hill, because those motherfucking schools got some dirt bags in them.
Yeah, it was Andrew Hill.
You went to Andrew Hill? Yeah. I fucking knew it.
It was fucking. It was all the same guy going around all the schools.
Choking niggas out.
No, but
that's literally how it went, bro. If we walked up, hey, I took you out real quick.
And Wayne was like, all right.
Yeah, all right.
Wayne's like, oh, I think I got time.
All right.
No, put it this way though. I've never been knocked out.
But you've been choked out.
I've been choked. I got a good sucker punch at me too. I was like, I'm never gonna knock you out.
I swear. I've been knocked out.
I haven't. So
I think I've been knocked out like at least.
I don't like.
At least 10 times that I could remember.
Like I said, I know that feeling because exactly how he choked me out. That's like, oh shit.
No, that's a different feeling.
No,
I think it's
knocked out different.
Without that, yeah, I would say.
I think it's a different feeling because when you're getting choked out, you feel yourself going out.
Yeah.
When you're knocked out, it's lights out.
And it's different because when you get choked out, you can wake up and fuck, like you realize I got choked out. When you get knocked out,
you don't know what the fuck.
No, there's cases like say the fighters, the UFC fighters, when they get knocked out, they're in the back, and they're like, "Hey, what happened? What happened? Hey, you got knocked out. Oh shit. Hey, fool, what happened? What happened?" Like they're like, dude, you don't know what they're like. Oh, like there's fighters like, "Oh, I'm supposed to fight today."
Yeah. Like, what day is it?
Yeah, they're out, bro. Like you don't realize what the fuck. You don't remember going in the ring. You don't remember
none of that.
When you get choked out, you wake up. You remember that dude asking you if you want to get choked out.
Okay, I totally get, but I'm saying that initial part where you passing out.
Like when you're out cold, yeah.
I guess I think that's similar to just being unaware of your surroundings, waking up unaware. Because being passed out is the same way when you wake up shit-faced drunk in someone's apartment.
And you don't know what the fuck. Yeah.
Oh fuck!
I probably pretty much like killed like 5 years, 10 years of my life.
Yeah.
Just off being blacked out.
2-3 times.
Nah.
Yeah, that fool went around like choking like 10 dudes, bro. I swear to God, bro.
He just went up to it
people were lining up, bro. I swear to God. Yeah, fool, there was like, oh, they choke him out and shit, wake him up. The other dude choke him out, wake him up. Like,
on my case, it wasn't like that.
Yeah, he woke you up too.
I had him in lineup.
Yeah, it was you and Sean.
I got my ticket.
It was this point, my boy Juan.
You want to get a ticket?
Yeah, and it was funny because I think this fool went first, and then my boy Juan went after, and he's like, He'll be like choking on the side and shit, and he fucking wakes him up.
Oh
You guys
shit!
are idiots. Like, what you guys? I think he
Oh,
went to some other
bro,
group.
Bro, when you're a little dog, you don't know what the fuck.
Oh,
He's just,
it was
he's
like
just stupid shit.
it's like 2 years ago.
He's like, I call that nigga right now. He's like, you want to get choked out? Get him here in 10 minutes.
It was just some Asian cat going around choking foods, bro.
He went through old schools though.
I think people believe him because he's Asian. I think people believe in Bruce Lee still.
Oh, because people were still afraid of Asians.
And they're like, yeah, he bleeds in a chokehold because that was like before MMA and all this shit. That was before all that.
Tries are crazy though.
Yeah, tries to fuck you up.
They come out with swords and shit.
Yeah, they've been there was actually a mass shooting, bro. I think in Hong Kong, in a Triad restaurant, like a restaurant that had to do with like Triad gambling and like some sort of like casino ring or whatever the fuck. And bro, they not only did they kill like everyone in the casino, they killed their own workers, like their own niggas. Like they want nobody walked away from that shit.
No one sees none. Everyone's dead.
No, fuck that, bro.
That's crazy. See, that's how the cartel works.
Cartel works the same way, really.
Only they actually take you, put you to the side, put you in a drum bucket full of acid.
They'll be like, look, I can kill you right now.
We're gonna record this play. You cool with it?
You want me to tag somebody? I'll tag somebody.
I'll tag you, dog.
Go missing for like ever. They don't know.
Nah, fuck, they don't even give a fuck. They'll record you, show
They'll
you.
put you in a barrel in the desert. That's it.
Nah, but some fools they just show like if you're enemies, because that sounds like an enemy
Well,
thing.
you want to make a point. You gonna.
That's what I'm saying. These
you're
fools.
like college kids that went missing.
Yeah.
In the barrel in the desert,
But if you're a fucking an enemy like how the triad shit, you're being courted. Like, you're getting asked questions. It's gross. I can't watch those videos.
No escape, doc. Yeah.
Like those videos like what crew you from and and then they're chopping off your ear and shit. I can't watch that.
Oh, like beheadings and shit. Yeah.
Bro. Bear watches that shit. My boy Bear. Disgusting.
Shout out to that sick fuck. Shout out to that sick fuck.
Shout out to that sick fuck. Watching a bunch of death videos and shit.
I be getting like messages from somebody like, oh come on, man.
Yeah, like, come on, bro.
Come on,
woke up.
Yeah, he said, why you gotta show me that?
Let's woke up, man.
He's like, nigga, 7 o'clock. I'm not even in the car.
Here if you want to see some nasty shit, I'm like, all right.
All right. I'm like, no, sir. Nah, I can't watch it. It makes me sick, bro. Sick. You got any current words for me, bro?
Nah, you guys cover everything.
All right,
what do you think about Aunt Jemima?
Oh, they stopped. They're pulling Aunt Jemima away.
Why?
Because of it's black satire. So basically, it's like Aunt Jemima. So Aunt Jemima's Aunt Tom or Aunt Tom, Uncle Tom. So basically,
she's a house
nigga. Yeah. House Negro.
But like other family actually came out saying last night, not even racist.
Is it white?
No, the reason hold on.
Are they white? The owners?
Of Aunt Jemima?
Yeah.
The family.
White?
The family.
The family's black. No, the family.
Who owns the honey? The syrup.
The syrup is the family. Her family. Aunt Jemima, like the syrup, it's her family.
And she's black.
Yes, I think so.
And there's an issue here.
She's black.
Yeah.
And there's an issue.
Yes, there's an issue where they like people.
Being Uncle Tom.
People are saying like we don't want Aunt Jemima because she is a stereotypical caricature. It's the same way motherfuckers don't like Speedy Gonzalez.
Is that why they made the memes about Tapatio?
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm cool with Tapatio. I'm cool with that.
See, this is why Mexicans are taking over the fucking world.
Because we don't care about it.
Because we don't give a shit about that petty fucking shit. We don't give a fuck, man.
But the family came out by Aunt Jemima. They're like, there's nothing wrong with it. But the reason they're like, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah.
What if there's an actual Aunt Jemima?
Oh, and then
I don't bring this see up. What the fuck.
All right, since this is they want to take that off. They want to change the name to the Redskins. Nike, is it Nike?
Oh, I heard.
Nike and FedEx already said it.
FedEx, like, the owner of the stadium.
If you don't change your name. And they're like the money makers.
FedEx is
for that team. Yeah.
FedEx Stadium.
FedEx Stadium. Fucking Nike has big endorsements.
Yeah, it's FedEx Stadium.
It's gonna be the Washington natives.
I
bet you. Bro, and they're gonna keep the same logo.
Indigenous.
Washington
Indigenous.
Fuck. Imagine.
Washington Buffaloes.
No,
what would you call the Washington Indians?
No, they'd call them probably the Washington natives. Because even Indians is a derogatory term. Because Native Americans aren't Indians.
Yeah.
Indian people are Indians.
That's true.
Yeah, white people are so sick. They came to this country, a long time ago, thinking this was India, and they saw the natives. They go, "Oh, you guys are Indians, right?" And they're like, "No."
Yeah, you're Indian.
Yeah, you're Indians. Yeah.
No.
What was it? the dude when Spain came. So when Spain,
Cortez.
when Cortez came to Yucatan, he landed in Yucatan. He asked
History hour.
Yeah, when he landed in Yucatan, he asked one of the natives there, as he asked him, "What is this place called?" And the guy couldn't. The guy didn't obviously didn't understand him. But the guy said, in his term, I think he said, "I don't understand you," and whatever it was, he wasn't Cortez took it as Yucatan. So he said, "Okay, this place is called Yucatan." But the guy that was
didn't know what the fuck you were saying.
It was a Mayan. That they told me this when I went to go went to go see the Mayan temples and all that shit. They said, yeah, the guy they told him, he was saying, I don't understand you in Mayan language. So then, but it was Yucatan. It sounded like he said Yucatan. So that guy said, okay, we're gonna call it the Yucatan. So that's what they named it off of. Just the ignorance of it and shit.
Did you know that and I only know this because I'm a sneakerhead. Did you know that the Nike Cortez is named after him?
Makes sense.
It's named after him because it's but the thing is, it's like, we're so as Latinos. As Latinos, we wear like the Cortez like almost like a religion. You know what I mean? Like that's just been a big thing. And it has to do a lot with Chicano culture, Latin street culture and things like that. But the thing is, it's like we always we don't know how to unbastardize ourselves. So a lot of people don't know that. Like we wear Cortezes, but it's based off the dude who fucking basically enslaved and murdered us. You know what I mean?
Who made Mexicans?
So we don't even know that. You know what I mean? So. And Nike thought they were slick by being like, yeah, fuck
selective outrage. It's the point.
I mean, because I'm gonna be honest, not everyone's gonna fucking know that. You know what I mean?
It goes into it goes back into like a selective for me. The selective outrage, how you could protest about something on your iPhone when children are getting murdered or jumping off things, fucking getting $1 a day, whatever, and then or you could have, go ahead.
No, like how like I get like the whole movement too. Right, the whole Black Lives Matter. Latinos are getting killed the same, not just much, but like they're right there with them. They're right above. So it's like how you guys want to say this and that. We're all getting killed. So I believe like they should really unite and like if they really want to like make a movement, forget that movement or bring it and elevate that movement to something more like united.
Come together.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
but the reason I think it'll never happen, and I think because we're fortunate enough to live in the Bay Area, we won't see certain things like because all those videos of those vendors like the eloteros, the fruteros, and the paleteros getting smacked up by
a lot of black folks are actually retaliating. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, they are. They're retaliating in fear of or fear or understanding that like no, that shit wasn't cool.
Yeah, because maybe he may feel a certain way.
But those are areas with already tension in there. Right?
But the thing is,
LA's already racially tension.
Like, because like if it goes back to the roots of like prison. Like I've been locked up, so it goes like this: the Sureños and the white boys, they click up in there. The Norteños and the black dudes, they link up same way. So that's why we don't have problems like that up here. Like the blacks, like the Latinos and the blacks up here, like we get along because we're family basically. You know what I mean? Down there, it's a whole separate issue. You know what I mean? Because LA was such a big hotbed, especially in the 80s and 90s for cultural dividends, and that's why it still exists today. Like it's even going further than just attacking our people. Like one thing about the hood is like when you see a candlelight visual. That's a memorial. It's off limits. It's a no for any bullshit to happen to it or anything like that.
There's actually popping.
And then there's a video of a young black dude going up to it and just stealing a Hennessy bottle. He recorded himself doing it, and he got dealt with. They didn't kill him. They beat his ass, like his own hood or whatever, like a week later or something. But it just goes to show, like that shit don't happen up here. That's all them essays down there.
See, but that's what I'm saying about environment. That's what I'm saying. That when you get a color behind a movement. So you're telling me you as a Latino dude like that in LA, knowing your surroundings, knowing all that, when someone's Black Lives Matter, you who suffered all that, my homie just died and this food just rather fuck black foods. And it's opposite too, fuck Mexicans. It's always gonna have that because once you put that color on there, you're always gonna have that tension. So no matter what you say or do,
it's gonna be there.
It's gonna be there. No matter say, oh, it shouldn't matter. It should not matter right now because we should solve this problem first and then go to your problem. But essentially, tell that to the dude who just got shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like tell that to and then he's gonna tell the little homie, fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're saying that it doesn't stop. It's a cycle.
It keeps going.
That eventually,
divide and conquer, right?
it's ignorance, right? But maybe
we do, and like I said, it's like we do it to ourselves. Don't get me wrong, but it's a cultural, traditional thing. Like it's we like all the good things that come with our tradition and culture. We gotta embrace and fix the bad things too. You know what I mean? Like with Latinos, it's like Ama and Apa were kind of racist. You know what I mean? Like they had their
super racist.
You know what I mean?
Super. I know some of the most racist motherfuckers I know are Mexicans.
You know?
Some of the most racist people I know are fucking Middle Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like to sit there and be like, oh, white people and this and that, dude. I know some people that they like hate like fucking other races, and they're not white, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what I mean? Like Middle Easterns are some of the most racist people you could think of.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't want their daughters or sons to be with any other race.
Interracial marriage,
You're
yeah.
not mixed.
Mm-hmm.
I'll disown you. Like to this day and shit. Like I'll disown you, kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you see it in there, but no one says anything about that. But it's okay because they're a minority. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's stupid because it's still ignorance within the same way. You know what I mean? To say like, you're trying to get rid of racism, but you're just creating more racism within it. It's the same way the fucking Kendrick videos. You're like, it sounds cool as I think, but you're making it a bigger issue than what it really was. If you would have made his point, it would have been like, hey guys, this is how stupid it is. It's my song. I'm making it, and look, you guys are overreacting for it. If it was an actual point, actually thought behind it instead of just this is funny, like or something like that.
There's something more behind it.
You're more the cause now. You're more the issue than than solving it at the end of the day.
Because you're contributing to the
problem. So you, Kendrick, don't turn around and tell me that racism is bad. Like fuck you, because you just did this. You set someone up. You know. So so what? She got set up. She gets her ass kicked by some black girls out that. So now she turns racist to black people. Can you blame her? How old was she?
No, you could
16? No, but I mean, as a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
As a 16-year-old, we were talking about Jeffrey Epstein getting 6-year-olds to suck him off.
Mm-hmm.
They deserved it, right? You're.
Well, I'm not into victim blaming, but I'm definitely, I see what you're saying. Like it goes into like the setup, what led up to it, what was the events, what was the context of it, what was the set, what was the environment, what was the temperature like, you know what I mean?
And then sometimes there's just point blank, like you fucked up. You know what I mean? Like there's
yeah, but you can't. There's the thing about that Kendrick situation is like you can't allow one probably unprecedented or uncontrolled situation, even if it was your fault, to kind of define what you stand for or believe for. I think maybe you know, and he probably did fuck up, whatever. But
in today's world, that's not allowed to like fuck up and then feel a different way, unless you're black or. Mm-hmm. And it sounds like I'm saying up for white people or that, but it's not even that. It's still because it's still ignorance. That's the thing. No matter what, you're still causing it.
Ignorance and hatred is something that's always going to exist.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And, so try to get rid of that part. Because you're feeding hatred with hatred.
Look, this is the thing. Hatred and ignorance will never go away. And I'll say that just specifying to myself, it will never go away with me.
Because we're humans. It's tribal. That's like go back to the Nigeria and all that stuff. Go back to Hotel Rwanda, the whole fucking movies of genocide about black people because other black people because they're a different religion. Religion gets in there, or because you're on a different side of town, just because you're different.
Everything, the viewpoints.
Your fucking heritage is a little bit different, so you're fucking less than that. And I think in Africa they're killing albino black people because they're good luck to sacrifice them. Like there's always gonna be something there to people are always gonna be there to have something like
people are always gonna have that. There's gonna be a embedded dividedness even from a young age.
Yeah,
and I think
tribalism. That's why you like sticking to your crew.
Because that's what you know. Yeah, that's who you're familiar with. That's what. Yeah, this is
that's
your boys.
That's why sports are fucking the biggest thing in the world.
I got one more before you guys.
Go ahead.
Cut it. What do you think about this? You guys read about this?
Oh man, about this young lady.
Yeah.
When I read about this, it fucked me up because I have a cousin, and she's a young lady. She's half Mexican and half black. Actually, she's mixed, and she joined the army. I think she was about 20, and she went to boot camp. She did her time. She filled out her paperwork. She did her basic training, and then they shipped her off. And during her first tour, whatever, she was sexually attacked by one of her fellow campmates,
Wow.
and she running away or trying to defend herself, her leg got broken, and then they shipped her back and they gave her dishonorable discharge for not following orders.
Fuck.
Mm.
Damn.
So I'm not saying that has anything to do with comparison to that, but I'm just saying,
it shows you where it comes from.
But it's because, and I'm not, and I think
culture.
the similarities are there. Like, it's a young woman of color who was served a tragic injustice due to wanting to just defend her country. You know.
So I would say this: the military has had a past of this, of rape, sexual abuse, and it's always been like that. It's always. And I'm not sure, but women,
You're right.
I'm pretty sure it's white girls getting fucking raped too. I was talking to some people earlier today, and I tell them that I'm not saying that it's justified or anything, or anything like that. But you get obviously a good-looking girl like that, and then you put them around pretty much animals, bro. Dudes willing to die, willing to do this,
You're putting young, beautiful women who are in an environment that is mostly male driven, and it's a lot of testosterone around there. And you don't.
And that's how people, and people go, oh,